Howdy, 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 motherfuckers. How goes it tonight? My name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome to Boulder Talk Radio, the only late night call-in show on YouTube that embraces career-ruining memes. Because that's how we do it here, right? We have to have a little bit of fun. If you don't laugh, it's all the crying. That's the secret to all of this. If you don't laugh, it's all the crying. It's like getting a silver play button, but only sad. Although, all things considered, that could still be considered sad depending on who you talk to, because there are people out there who like me, people there who don't like me, and fuck it, it's Saturday night. So I just wrapped up like a 2.5 hour recording session for the Milk Carton Mysteries podcast, getting all of my work done for the next week. And I'm like, I'm still wired. I want to talk. I want to talk to you guys. I want to know what's going on with you. How are you this evening? What is up? There's been some stuff. From what I can tell, there's been some flagging. There's been some flagging happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's not me. It's not me. I think we all have an idea who. But if you ask them, you're just going to hear it's not true. But there's been some flagging. Someone's not happy with a certain 58-minute long video. That is pure satirical art, mind you. It's fucking fascinating. I sat there captivated to my screen last night during a live premiere. Had to piss, too. Real bad. Real fucking bad had to piss. Held it for the entire 58 minutes. And I'm an aging man. That doesn't do well for my prostate if I hold into having to take a leak. But my God, I didn't want to miss a fucking thing. I was captivated. Who knew the dead could speak? The Walking Dead, so to speak. I mean, sure, it's like 15 years till he actually dies, which I hope he lasts a lot longer than that, by the way. I'm just saying, in this particular regard, what we saw last night was the beginning of the deepfake Jim saga, which, for how well it came together, and I know there was audio clearly aimed at me that was repurposed for Ralph, I get that. And that was my first time hearing it, to be honest with you. So that was a bit of like, oh yeah, that happened 2 years ago. Right. Fuck. That happened. I totally forgot. But still, it was a work of art. And I found the image. I found the image that I wanted to bring up. I need to quickly load it into StreamYard. Okay. So one of the things that I talked about, that was actually in the video, right, was talking about art. And I like art. I like it when people make art about me because I find it to be creative. I find it to be fascinating. And there's one piece of art specifically that I really like. And it's old. It's really old. It's actually from 2014. It was like one of the first real critical art pieces made about me. And it was done by Jade. It was done by Medeker's, I assume, a wife now. If the docs is to be believed, I guess. His wife and whatever. I don't know. But Gemma, Jade, whatever her name is, she actually made this artwork here. She made this 6 years ago. And I love it. I love it. I found it finally. It was sitting on my hard drive in a file folder I forgot about. I came across it. I fucking love it. This is she, if you notice in the top corner, she's got Yoko Ono. All right. Cause that's what everyone called her at the time. And, it's totally Jade. Right. But I mean, as you can see, it's a much fatter version of me minus the beard, but no one knew what I looked like at the time. Got the logo, right? Got the chibi skull. Cause I wanted a YouTube plaque. I wanted to hit 100,000 subs. I wanted to get the play button. What you got here is, a couple things, right? You've got my Amazon wish list. I had an Amazon wish list for a while. You know, you've got I forget who that is right there in the dog. I forget who the dog is. I forget who, but it is. But you can see they have like their name is Autism, which makes sense. They want my scraps. I'm sitting on a pile of money. You know, you've got gaming and pandas right there. Loping. Having sex with a seal. Very interesting art choice for that one right there. Probably should have blurred that. Oops. You've got Sargon. Oldie Sargon. Get your ethics here. T-shirts only $20. That was the thing. He was trying to sell T-shirts at the time. That's true. He was. And we can see in the top right corner, so fucking red-pilled, King of Pole himself, clearly making fun of the situation where he verified something from, I forget exactly what it was, but like he lied about verification. And yeah, so this piece of art, this is old original Gemma artwork. You can't find this anywhere. I forgot that after 6 years, I still had it on my hard drive, and I love it. I actually really, really, really love it. I do. And if I could get it printed out and like put in a frame, like I would love it if she would actually send me, if she still has it, like more of a high quality version of this, I would print it out, get it put in a frame and put it on my wall. 100%. This was the very first real critical art piece of me. And I really love it. I really do. So I thank you for that, Jade, wherever the fuck you are. I really appreciate it. Anyway, that was pretty good. That was pretty fucking funny. Okay, so, Super Chat here from Rothgar. Thank you so much, sir. Glad to catch you live after finishing the upload of your last stream. Looking forward to the show tonight. Yeah, this is impromptu as fuck, dude. Impromptu as fuck. The link to join is in the video description. Literally, I was just sitting here like I'm awake, I'm wired. I got nothing else going on. I could go play Ghost of Tsushima and maybe like jerk off and then go to bed, but I'm like, fuck it. And also, thank you for becoming a patron. I just saw you. I got that email as well. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate that. And for the $5 Super Chat. Thank you. So yeah, that's just the fucking, a cat says excellent. Kino says based. Says a cat says she's now in Jim's dungeon. What's gonna happen? You think he's gonna leave her in there when he croaks? You think that's gonna happen when he finally keels over? Jade's gonna be in that cage. She's just gonna be sitting there going like, Jim, I'm hungry, and she's just gonna like fade away. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, the link, video description, I'll just drop it in right there. We've already got one person in. Twain, I'll get you in here in a second. I like to chat for a few minutes, get to talk to everybody, and then we'll bring in the callers, give people time to line up and shit. So yeah, the T-Clips video got flagged. What the fuck? I was waiting for that to happen, to be honest with you. I was in awe of that video last night. I was in awe of that video. I really, really, really was. I was not expecting that bit about me in there. And I was getting a lot of DMs afterward from people saying like, you survived, you win or something. And I'm like, look, guys, I don't look at it like that, but Kill All Pedos is the guy who made it. And I do appreciate that bit about me in there. You know, it's I appreciate that. I thought that was very nice. That was one of the most savage, brutal takedowns I've ever seen in my entire life. Even shit people said about me that pales in comparison to that video takedown last night. That was some of the most brutal shit, and it was all 100% true. You know, like it wasn't even like there wasn't hyperbole in that shit. There wasn't hyperbole in that shit. It was all 100% true, and that's what makes it all the better. It's not like it's not pointless, baseless attacks that have no real merit, right? It's like when PPP was on Ricada the other night, and he was like he wasn't too happy with me because I wasn't happy with him doing the fake interviews, because I find fake interviews to be too easily deflective, right? The idea there is that when you create fakeness, when you create a hoax, when you propagate bullshit, it gives ammo to the people that you are criticizing. You don't have to hit them with a nuclear strike in order to get an effective blow. The harder you go with these people, the more they're able to absorb, because what they're able to do is actually hit. Like they're able to focus on that one thing that they can use against you. That's what they want to do. They can focus on that one thing to deflect from actual valid criticism. And so the more bullshit you do, the more bullshit you spew, the more bullshit you engage in, the more ammo the more shielding you actually give them. But if you use light criticism, but it's effective criticism, it gets under people's skin. And I'm no different, man. Some like certain things I can laugh off, certain things get under my skin. It's 100%. It's the way it goes. Right? I'm human. Everyone's human. We all fuck up. We all have those triggers. But it's true. So as much as I like PPP and Godwinson, and I think their commentary is fucking hysterical, when they're trying to land a blow on their target and they engage in very poor decisions, in my opinion, it doesn't give them what they want. It either prolongs the game, which I think is the ultimate point, but it doesn't land the blow that they're after, in my opinion, because it's easily deflective. But last night, that video, fuck, dude, that was insane. That was insane to me. Holy shit. It's fucking wild. You know. Yeah, Kino, I agree here. Yeah, if you drum up the hype saying we got the real guy time and time again, people will start to doubt you, the boy who cried wolf. 100%. Yeah, the truth is funnier than any fiction. Yeah. Twain, don't worry, but you're coming up here in a second, bro. It's 100. Yeah, it's just the way it is, man. It's the way it is. It's like, Andy won't talk to me because I can use actual criticism against him. So what does he do? He propagates a lie that I'm a pedophile. He tries to drag in and groom a 17-year-old to bring me on his show for some fucking reason, to try to sit there and go, oh, but you need to know about Matt. Why? What does a 17-year-old Rex Jones need to know about a 38-year-old Matt Jarbo? What does he need to know? For one, that he can't already look up, and two, ask me himself. But doesn't it come across as a very insane op? Doesn't it come across as a very insane situation when what you have are these people that are so desperate to stay relevant by any means necessary that they just harp on old shit? I don't know. I re-listened to my rant from last night and I was definitely in a mood. I was in a bit of a mood. But all right, let's see here. Let's go to the first caller, Twain.
Oh, hi, am I in?
Yeah, you're. Well, I mean, you may not ever want to actually vocalize that question, but yes, you are in.
All right, good. Yeah, I'm going really, really off topipic here because this is
cool.
A little thing I wanted to have a little tiny conversation with you
about
for a while now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop the real controversial thing with you right here.
Do it. Drop it.
My favorite Star Wars movie is Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Fuck you. You're gone. No, that's fine, dude. That's fine. It's not mine. This is true. I have a friend of mine who loves it, absolutely adores it. And I went to him and I'm all like, I want you to red pill me on The Last Jedi. I really want you to red pill me on this movie. And he's like, what? And I'm all like, because it's like, I don't want to hate it for one, because it's Star Wars. And so I don't want to hate it.
I have that problem with the prequels. I hate not enjoying them as much as everybody else.
Okay, I can give you a video to watch that might change your mind.
No, I think that's great because I would honestly love to.
So here, this is going to sound real weird, but go back and find Razor Fist's review of The Force Awakens.
All right.
And in that review, because I feel this is Razor Fist that when he was more sane. Now I don't know what the fuck he is, old man in leather who yells at clouds. But back then he was relatively normal. And he did a good video review on it, and he talks a lot about the prequels and what they were trying to go for. And after I watched his review of The Force Awakens, I went back and rewatched the prequels, and I looked at it from his perspective, and it gave me a very new appreciation for Attack of the Clones even. The Phantom Menace, I still have trouble with The Phantom Menace, 100%. It has not aged well. But the other two have aged real well, in my opinion, especially awesome. Revenge of the Sith.
There's a video by, I forgot what the guy was called, and it's called The Last Jedi is Amazing and You Are All Insane. It's like a 45-minute video. And all that did was confirm my opinion even more. But then again, it's just a stupid opinion from a guy who dropped out of film school, right?
Yeah,
That's all I am. So I can't. But it's true. So
I get it, dude. I get it.
My opinion is not any more valid than yours is. So,
I like Vito's The Last Jedi as a complete cinematic failure video, because he still gets shit for that over 2 years later.
No, I've watched it all. I've watched the positive reviews. I've watched the bad reviews, and in the end, when I watched The Last Jedi, I'm like, my favorite Star Wars scene is Yoda giving Luke, one last little lesson. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely I don't want to hate it. I just never was able to. I have a lot of animosity towards that movie, and I need to let it go. I need to let it go because it's fine. Well, for me personally, it's I don't want to go in. If I can defend Solo, I should be able to find something of value in The Last Jedi. You know what I mean? If I can defend the Rise of Skywalker, and that's a very difficult thing to do. I liked
well,
Rise of Skywalker, but I have a lot of issues with it. I have a
I
lot of
enjoy
issues
it.
with it.
I enjoy it. I just, wish things like Ray wasn't a
Yeah,
Palpatine, Ben didn't get redeemed. I think Duel of the Fates would have been. I
I
want that
know. There's a
movie.
lot there. There's a
I
lot.
want.
There's a lot there that could have been better. That's why the Mandalorian, couple weeks, Mandalorian
Yeah,
season 2.
I am hyped beyond belief. I
So,
wasn't that hyped for the first season, but then I watched it and I loved it, and now I'm hyped for the second season. So
oh, dude, it's gonna be great. I can't wait to
yeah,
see that shit. So, yeah, that's a yeah.
that's yeah.
No, I understand. I understood. So hey, what's going on? Morning, afternoon, headshot. Point Dexter Lounge is here. Worlds colliding. Worlds colliding. I mentioned my friend who's gonna red pill me, and this is my friend. He pops up. So that's kind of funny.
I mean, he's a very smart guy.
He's a good dude. I like him. Yeah, quite a bit.
He knows.
So yeah. So other than that, like, what's on your mind tonight? What's going on with your...
That's a really good question. So, wait, I'm the guy on the Discord server who's always like, "Hey, anybody want to talk Star Wars? I'll be in the thing." Because I was on the Hello Greedo server last night and I talked to a lot of like-minded people, which is awesome. Which never happens to me.
Well, that can I get like that occasionally. People are like, you have like the worst shitty opinions ever.
Yeah,
and I'm
no,
like, yeah, but let's fight it. Let's fight about it. They're funny.
It's no, I don't mind. I could, honest to God, sit here and fight with Last Jedi haters in a kind of respectable manner, but I also like being sarcastic and mean because, well, I mean, as long as we know we're not actually, as long as we're both in the know about that, I'm completely fine with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't mind calling people idiots for liking things that they like when they are allowed to do the same thing to me. As long as we're both in the know, I'm perfectly fine with that. So, but there's yeah, I don't know. I like talking about how toxic all the because it was the same shit with like Brie Larson. Like I dislike her, but I don't hate her. But the whole internet seems to like have this whole thing. It's like everything gets blown up nowadays.
Well, it's because let's be realistic on this one. It's algorithmic gold, right? To shit on Brie Larson. So you can make a lot of money by coming out and going like, Brie Larson sucks cock in hell. I have proof. Like if you come out, this is the thing with a lot of that kind of clickbait shit is it's just like Weekly World News, National Enquirer type nonsense. People put it out there and people click on it because they look for the sensational. They look for what's going to get a reaction out of them, right? Like, and I'll do it too. Like when I look through my phone and I'm like thumbing through what I subscribe to and like nothing is kind of hitting that dopamine button for me, I fucking hate it. I'm like, oh god damn. I'm like, I just want to listen to something. And then I just end up like tuning into, I don't know, like whatever is next, which is, it could be anything from like a Sargon video to like Young Turks or something. And then I hate myself on both fronts. I'm like, why? YouTube is such a vast place. It's such a vast place. And yet I'm totally like lost at what to look for. And I equate it to kind of like, okay, this is how I view it. And this is how I'm going to put the analogy to it. And you all can think what the fuck you want. I don't care.
It's fine.
You ever just go to pornhub.com and look at the front page and just go like, nothing here looks good.
No, dude, everything there like sucks. It's like ridiculous.
It's like I'm looking through it. It's all like, recommended for you, MILF Adventures. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Like all fucking story.
Yeah, it's like, is there an intro to this one? Oh, it just starts. Okay, there's what's taboo. No,
all right.
No.
So,
but that's my point.
Am I the only one who thinks without a story, without at least a little bit of a story, that they're boring?
I don't think you need to have like a long. Like I've seen some. We're gonna get into this discussion. By the way, we're gonna totally get into this discussion here because I think it's valid when you talk about the current state of modern pornography. All right, so this is my take on it. Is yes, I like a little bit of story. What I don't like is the fact now that everything is incest. Everything is incest, and it's like, but they go real, but they really kind of like walk that fine line where they're like, well. Because you have to really kind of run through the logic sometimes, the logic hoops, because they try to make it where it's not blood related, but it gets real close. And so, like, they'll be like, oh, like, you're my stepson, and you have such a big dick, and your father, not so much. But, oh, here comes my daughter from another marriage. Don't worry, I adopted her. She's not actually blood related. So you're like, okay, I can kind of see this playing out in not a super creepy sort of way. I mean, it's still creepy.
I mean, but Luke and Leia never had a problem with it.
Yeah, and they kissed a couple times. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me really wonder if at the end of Empire Strikes Back they played "Ouch, Ouch" just the tip.
Luke put his entire fucking robotic arm in there. You know it.
Maybe.
Oh God.
I'm just saying, like
It's
he could
bad.
have, he could have been like, like,
Oh no.
it vibrates.
Oh, yeah, he had like a he had like some exciting programs in there that would make his fingers move in interesting ways that normal fingers can't. You know, it was a
Yeah,
very very nice upgrade.
I
Oh
just I
God.
laugh here because Poindexter's in here and he's like a pastor at his church. He did. I'm like, this is not $3 theater, dude. I fucking say whatever. I say whatever here. But no, really. But again, back to my analogy because I do think it's
Yes.
apt. It's like when because it will recommend you things based upon things you've previously watched, even if you've clicked on something for like half a second and clicked out because you're like, this isn't for me, you know. And so it does that, and then it ends up kind of guiding you where it wants you to go because otherwise you just kind of go, well, what am I looking for? Right? Like, what is it that I personally am looking for in this scenario? And then you just get it's like Netflix when you go on Netflix and you just kind of scroll through the titles for 30 minutes, going like, that one looks okay, but I could be disappointed, And like, I don't want to get almost all the way there and then like get lose interest and then go on to something else because then I got to start all over again, and it just becomes this kind of like this is the problem with too much choice. Too much choice when you're on a limited time. And that's how it works with YouTube and all these other algorithmic driven websites that where you can watch shit. Is it's like we're going to show you what we think you want to watch, and maybe there's something there that you do, but also it may not be, and you're just going to end up like wasting all your time and not actually engaging with us.
Yeah, here's the crazy little thing about that because I hear a lot of people talking about how your opinions on things get like amplified because you're watching things online and then you watch another thing that's YouTube keeps recommending you things that will amplify your opinion just even more, that will make your opinion more extreme because you're watching more and more people that agree with you, right?
Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing, though. I cannot tell you how many times every day my entire feed is just full with like Ryan Johnson raped my kids and fucked Star Wars in the ass.
Oh, it's
Right?
it's good that somebody finally is coming forward and making those proclamations. That Ryan Johnson raped their childhood. They're going to be seeking restitution as well as civil and legal action. Finally bringing Ryan Johnson to justice. No, I get you, dude. I get you. So it's like for one, like, so the way YouTube operates is it will create a profile for each of your devices that watch. So when you watch something on your PC, it will create a profile versus your smart TV, your console, or your phone, or whatever else.
Yeah.
So, but then also there's a lot of bleed through. And so like for some reason on my phone, I will when I'm out doing deliveries or working for the government or whatever, I'll listen to a lot of stuff. Like I'll listen like to let's say Phantom Organization Stream Snipe the Kill Stream. I don't know why. I don't like listening to it. It's boring content. This content's probably boring content. But it's like still I'm just not going to I don't like hate watching shit. I find it to be a waste of time. But when I'm also trying to thumb through and find something to watch, it's on. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I don't have to think about it. It's something to listen to and blah, blah, blah. But then on my PlayStation 4, when I log into my account on my PS4, all of a sudden, like I have a whole bunch of like logging Ethan Ralph videos that pop up on there. And I'm like, I don't really want to watch this on my on this profile. On the phone, it's one thing. That's very private.
Wait, are you using the same account still?
Yes, same account. It's the same account, but it creates multiple profiles. But a lot of times they bleed over. So if my girlfriend watches, if she watches something, because she has channels she likes to watch, and she watches them on my account, my phone just fills up with that shit all the time. It's not her fault. It's just the way it works out. And so it's like, I'm like, okay, I don't want to watch this. But then again, if she's watching it on mine and like stuff fills up on that she doesn't want to watch, and it becomes this bigger problem. So it's like, but that's how it operates. That's how YouTube is it just ends up being this massive, like, let's dump as much as we can. And I feel like I'm just not watching anything anymore. Like, I feel like nothing good is being recommended. And it's all, like just some shit that I watch at one point in time. And it drives me towards like maybe 10 channels. And there's 500 hours of content uploaded every single fucking minute. And I still feel like I just sit here and I just like watch the same shit. And then I'm bored. Because it's the same concept. It's the same stuff as like Ryan Johnson raped my childhood, or Brie Larson is an SJW, or like, oh my God, what, like what did Trump do now? Or, oh my God, what did the Democrats do now? Or whatever. And I'm just sitting here going like, is there anything interesting to watch on YouTube anymore? Or do I just need to kill myself?
Yeah, no, it's literally all just like clickbait nonsense. That's something I kind of do respect you for, is like you. I mean, at least you're being sincere when you're saying things like I know I fundamentally disagree with you on The Last Jedi, like ridiculously, right?
Yeah.
And things like that. But at least you're being sincere. I think a lot of people just are not. And I
Because
think that's a
no,
big
because
problem.
a lot of them aren't, and that is true. A lot of them will, like a lot of people will get on the hate train because it makes a lot of money. And surprisingly, every once in a while you find something on the entertainment side that's actually going to do really well, that's not hate related. Like Cobra Kai is apparently algorithmic gold right now, and yet I'm still too fucking lazy to go and watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
Like
And
I watched The Boys tonight. I caught up on last night's episode of The Boys today, and that was really good. And then I'm like, but I've done reviews of that. Like no one cares. It's it's
yeah,
like it's the most watched show right now. Everyone's talking about it, but like no one's watching videos on it. So at least they're not watching mine, but that's okay because that's kind of how it goes.
I mean, yeah, the internet sucks.
Oh, it's yeah, like a fucking show that sucks. But hey, man, I got a bunch of people in here. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, all right, it
But
was
I
great.
appreciate you coming on in. Come on in
Yeah,
again if you want to do the movie stuff. $3 Theater. We'll have content. We'll have live streams over there too. I just got to figure out the proper schedule for that.
all right, that
So,
should be fun.
all right. Thanks a lot, Twin. Have yourself a good one, dude. I'll talk to you in the Discord.
All right,
All right.
bye.
Thank you very much. All right. Good call. Good call. Last Jedi lover. They exist. I'm surprised and they want to talk. That's amazing. Okay. Rothgar. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going okay. I'm just chilling tonight. Pretty wide awake for some reason. And just hanging out. What about you?
Hey, I understand. I'm a trucker, so I'm on my late night run.
Oh, nice. Nice. Where, I mean, I don't know if you can say anything, but like, are you hauling dead bodies?
No, not hauling dead, but hauling toilet paper. Funny enough.
Well, that's actually more. Well, you know what you should do is, I mean, this is one of those times where you should fake being mugged and then just tuck the toilet paper away somewhere and then resell it at like 8 times its original value when we inevitably go back into lockdown. You'd be like, it was a whole bunch of.
It would be a good idea, but.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want you to get in trouble or nothing, but at the same time, it's like I'm trying to think of like your well-being for the future. Like, yeah, you could do these late night runs with toilet paper, or it's literally white gold.
Yeah, it is. Although finally starting to get stocked back up, but at least out where I deliver to. But besides that, just new sub, getting used. I'm still trying to check out the Bucket Theater. Heard say you have content on The Boys, which I need to check that out because I just started getting into that show.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good.
Honestly, Carl Urban's in it, and I just got to say, anything Carl Urban in it is real easy for me to get into because I think he's an underrated actor.
Well, I think at this point, everybody just wants a Dredd 2. And we probably would be willing to sacrifice some people in order to get it. So I would think so. A lot of people are down to that one. Yeah. No, I do I really enjoy doing the $3 Theater content. This is more of like the political side of things where I can kind of just let loose on this side and not really have it cross over too much, which is nice. But I appreciate anyone that tunes in, good, bad, or the other. You know what I mean? And because it's always fun to have conversations. So let me ask you then, man. What's the most pressing issue in your life right now? Like what is on your mind the most as a truck driver right now? Because you gotta probably spend a lot of time just kind of thinking as you're driving on the road, right?
Oh yeah. Well, of course, the toughest thing we're having to deal with is, I don't know if you knew about us having to run exempt to start the year, and we're still out here having to run exempt, where we're having to stay out 2-3 months at a time just to keep everything up here in supply, and having to deal with driving into areas that, let's just say, are not very friendly.
Dude, I'm a census taker. I'm a census taker for the government. Trust me, I know. Like I get it. No, I get it, dude. But I mean, well, like you're doing an essential service. You know, you're doing an essential right now. It's pretty essential, right?
Well, we like to say it's always been essential. It's just nice that people kind of recognize this finally.
Yeah, this is what they should
But,
do. If I was in political power right now, what I would do is I would really try to help the essential workers, like those who work in like the meat packing plants and like the warehouses and the truck drivers. I would try to send everyone a fleshlight because I know we can't really have sex right now, like, at least according to the New York State Health Authority. But like everyone's got to get off is my take on it. So find a way to like help you guys out, like help yourself to ejaculation and your privacy.
Well, that would be nice if they could stop linking Pornhub and Xvideos and everything else with fucking incest porn, because
It gets a little bit weird, doesn't it? It's a little bit odd.
There's nothing worse than clicking on a video and thinking, oh, I might get into this, and 5 minutes into it, it's like, wow, this took a wrong turn. I don't even want to pleasure myself anymore. Let's just turn this shit off and go to bed.
You're like, how did I end up here? There's
This is not what I was promised.
There's a website, it's very similar to Pornhub. It's called onlyincestporn.com. And
Of course there is.
And I'm just like, I caught the name one day and I went, wait, what? And then but I was recording I don't know if you know, I do like this true crime podcast, Milk Carton Mysteries. It's pretty shitty, but I enjoy it. And I was bulk recording out my whole week so I could just kind of not have to focus on it. And one of the stories I covered, and this is true, these Amish guys, these two Amish guys, and like their younger brothers, they literally gang raped their younger sister. This is true. And they got her pregnant at the age of 12. And she just had the baby at the age of 13, and they're not going to jail. Like that is something that happened in I want to say Missouri.
That is ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like these guys, what are you fucking doing? And the district attorney's like, yeah, well, we don't want to. I don't want to be too hard on the Amish. Like, what does that mean? And apparently, like the families have already punished the boys. They've already we went out there and we punished them English. And I'm like, what'd they do? Make them raise a barn on Sunday? Like, what the fuck? How do you punish them when they impregnate their younger sister? 4 of them, what is the Amish's stance on gelding?
I don't even want to think about that, because that's just, if I was the father in that situation, there'd probably be 4 dead Amish boys, because that is ridiculous.
Well, then he'd lose like your entire family because they all are part of the same family. It's pretty gross. I mean, yeah, but I was reading up on but this is the kind of shit, I was reading up on this stuff, right? Like I was reading true crime stories all day, trying to find stuff to talk about. And it's just like, that one is literally like, out of the 15 stories I covered today, that was the last one that I did. And I'm like, this is just the most fucked up one. I'm saving it till the end. And but that's the thing. I was like, I'm interested in like the world around us. Not just the internet shit. The internet shit's funny, but but the world out there is so disgusting in so many ways. So it's interesting to look at, but it's like really makes you realize that there's a lot of fucked up shit out there.
It is.
So yeah, let me see here.
The lower 48. I think the method up.
Well, yeah. I mean, Alaska seems pretty chill. I've been there once. It was nice. I had fun. My girlfriend's like, do you want to move to Alaska? And I'm like, I can't get cable internet here. No. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, at least the weather might be better than it is over there in Washington right now, at least. Although y'all did finally get that rain to help clear everything out.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm very happy when we got the rain. It was it rained pretty hard yesterday and today. And then I think it's going to rain for like the rest of the week, and I'm totally cool with that. I've been actually watching, this is kind of funny. I've been watching a bunch of, like outdoorsy videos, cause I feel like I've been trapped inside for months, and I'm generally like more of an inside person anyway. So it's nice to watch like all these camping videos. And then I saw that GoPro released the new GoPro 9, and I like was actually looking at trying to fucking finance it today. I'm just like, do I want to buy it? Do I want to buy and then I'm all like watching some videos on YouTube about it as I'm feeding my kids, and I'm just going like, do I really want to spend the money on this? No, I don't think I do. Like, a part of me wants to, but then I'm like, no, it's not. It's like I have to be responsible. My days of just blowing through insane amounts of cash are over. You know, if I'm going to blow through insane amounts of cash, it's going to be on shit for my kids.
No, I understand. I have kids of my own. I'm well aware of finances going away very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right, man. I got some other people that are lined up. I'm going to let you go, dude. But hey, I appreciate you calling in, and we'll have to talk again soon, all right?
Yeah, sure thing. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks a lot, dude. Drive safe, okay? We're counting on you. That TP's got it. People got to wipe their ass. So you're a hero. All right, buddy. Have a good one, dude. All right. Let's see here real quick. I saw, what's this here? Zod asks me, avoiding the dingo question because he can't handle the Southern gentleman. No, I caught the ending of that Cope stream today. I did. I caught the ending of the Cope stream, and I was laughing very hard at that. I was laughing. I'm like, dingo, really? You know, like you're just gonna run back. You're just gonna always run back, you know? And that's fine. I mean, like everyone knows it at this point. And that's just, I think at this point, when it comes to dingo on that front, just admit it. Just admit it that you've got the quid pro quo, that you profit off of Ethan Ralph, you know, and just admit it. And it's not going to be a problem, but don't act like it's some kind of like, I don't know, moral conquest, because it's not. All right. We got what is this one here? The names. I can't even see how long this is. What's going on, man? What are you playing right now? Minecraft? He's muted. I don't know. What is he playing? Can anyone see what he's playing right now? All right. I'm going to leave him back there. We got Simp Master Sim. What's going on, buddy?
Yo, what's up, guys? I just want to come on and say that I want to announce that I'm actually the father of the demon baby, okay? I need to come clean. I'm the real father. Fuck you, Ralph.
Oh, about time we found the... Well, okay. Well, there you have it, folks. Simp Masterson is the one who put the seed into Faith, planted the darkness that will now consume the planet, much like the Gunt has consumed all of Ethan's life. Let's see here. Okay, Hondo says, Dingo got BTFO'd by PO, and so you know he has to regain honor by baiting you into another IBS session. Is that what he wanted? I don't know. I didn't listen to the whole thing. Kino Sage says, whoa, it's Mo. Kind of. Yeah, Simp, though. He's a good dude. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so this guy literally has himself on mute. I don't know what he's doing right now. I'm going to bring him full screen. What's he playing? Is he playing Counter-Strike in Minecraft? Wow. That's amazing. It's fantastic. All right. I'm just going to pull him back out until he's ready to chit chat. So let me see here. Dingo is the eternal Gunt guard. Look, man, it's one of those things where like, I get it, dude. People realize where their bread is buttered. Okay. And in many cases, when you're trying to navigate the internet, you know, tribalism is a big thing. And so you gotta be protected by the tribe. And that's kind of what's happening here is if, you know, he's going to sit there and go, I don't respect Ralph. Ralph is a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. He hasn't done more for white people than I have. He's going to shovel shit in my mouth. He's just going to fucking fill it, my belly with his seed, kind of like Faith. And then I'm just going to take it. And that's about what it is. And I just want him to admit it. You know, I appreciate the nice comment Dingo made last night when I was he's here at the end and I was talking about my grandfather and he made a nice comment and I appreciate that. And I'm, you know, I don't agree with his politics, but I'm not going to dehumanize him, but I also don't want him to lie to himself. And I think a lot of what happens in this regard is people, they don't want to end up out in the cold. They don't want to end up out on their own. And so they just continuously kind of put up with bullshit by people who treat them like crap. And as a result, and then eventually, you know, there's a lot of resentment that comes from it. There's a lot of seething that comes from it. And that's, you know, it's kind of where we find ourselves. So we have that. All right. Okay. Oh, here he is. Okay. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, god damn it, it's 8 speech. Fuck.
I can't hit this guy, look.
You-
I'm bad. Don't worry, it's CSGO. I'm playing CSGO, you can see.
I can see you're playing CS:GO.
Yeah, it looks like
Minecraft.
different. This
it
is
looks
how I remember it. I remember it looking cooler.
It
Okay,
well,
I'll stop with the Roblox.
let's see here. Casey, $2 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. Ethan Ralph, it's me, Medicare. That was fucking hysterical. That was really funny. Did you see that video last night at all, man? Did you see the ballad of Ethan Ralph?
I watched the whole thing this morning when I woke up and I was so happy.
I am so like I still can't get over how like perfect it came together.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
because all he
there's,
really
like-
did was like he took the Ballad of Mundane Matt and like
Yeah.
I think like a couple other videos, and he just cut out like relevant bits and then just reappropriated it to fit Ralph, but it fit perfectly. And that just kind of goes to show you how when it comes to calling out lolcows, because I mean, and I'll include myself in that one as well, because I don't think anyone would argue any differently at this point. But when it comes to calling out locales, you can kind of pretty much just like cut and paste the criticisms.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I
that's
feel
kind of what
great.
it is, you know. I mean, look, I can be self-aware. I have no problem with being self-aware. So to me, it just kind of cracks me up. Let's see. Let's see here. Hondo says if you were a real man, you would play Arma 3 or Squad. And none of this weird anime shit you're doing. I don't know what this is.
Wait, what?
I don't know what you're
If
fucking
Cooler
doing.
was a real man, he'd play Arma 3 or Squad. I can't
Yeah.
play Arma 3 or Squad. I don't know how to play that.
Why am I
can't
looking at
play
it-
Arma because I don't have a numpad, man. How can I play Arma without a numpad?
Why am I looking at like this swastika on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen? What the hell is that?
Oh, don't worry. It's Tuhu. It's Tuhu.
I don't
That's how
know.
you
You're into
pronounce
some
it.
weird shit, dude. You're into some weird. I have no fucking idea what
Unbelievable.
any of this is.
What?
I don't know about, Roblox. I have no idea what the fuck any of that is. I'm a boomer and I will take it. This is one of those things where it's like
really-
I don't want to know.
That video made me so happy. I was like, finally, I can let go of all my I wouldn't say hate. Hate is a powerful word. More like
Yeah.
an intense dislike of Ethan Ralph. You know, he's a well-known race mixing degenerate who abuses substances. And
I would agree with the
It's great.
the latter, not the former. So
Not
I
the
don't.
former. He's not a race mixing degenerate.
Well, he's a degenerate, but I don't really care about the race mixing. That's not going to bother me at all.
Facts are facts, Matt. It's not about agreeing.
So
it's
he's-
about what the facts are. He's a race mixing
So,
degenerate.
so you're
That's just
arguing.
true.
So you're arguing the actual semantics of the fact that he, being a white man, was married to a Pakistani woman, and
Yeah,
then they
I'm arguing
engaged in
those
coitus.
semantics.
And so you're just going the semantic route, the semantic route.
Yeah,
Okay,
the semantic
not the
route.
semantic, not the Semitic route, but the semantic route.
Oh my goodness, the anti-Semitic route. Do we need a repeat of
Oh, jeez.
yesterday?
No, we don't. No, we don't. Oh my God, what
Speak
the
into
fuck?
the mic instead of the opposite direction, like this.
There you go. Yeah.
I must still be quiet, am I?
No, you sound a lot better now. You feel like you turned the bass up. Like I feel like I'm in like an airport bathroom and like we're in stalls next to each other. That's how it feels to me.
Is that an experience that you have often?
No, I haven't flown anywhere in a long time, but I generally don't talk to people when I'm taking a shit. Although sometimes, you kind of end up in those weird conversations.
And then he puts his penis in the hole.
No. He taps my foot gently to initiate
is there a hole in
contact.
the
There
wall?
we go. There's no hole. They just tap the foot gently. Hondo here with a $2 super chat. I thought the Medicare video was really good for a minute. It was real for a good minute. Yeah, it sounded really well put together. There's some obvious audio flubs, but I mean, because the reason why you
Just
think
a
it's
couple words every now and again.
yeah, and that's because what he did is he just literally took from another video and just repurposed the audio, but it was the exact same thing he said before, which is why it feels so real. That's what it is. Like it's just that's why I was listening to it. I'm like, oh, this probably would be in the Ballad of Mundane Matt.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, he's probably saying that about me. Okay. But in this case, it's turned towards Ethan, which is funny. And then but still in the back of my mind, I know it's an origin, you know? So like I had to kind of work my way through that, so to speak. I had to work my way through the idea of like, this is actually aimed at me, but it's funnier when it's pointed at Ralph.
Yeah, that's true. Half of the time you can't, like when he did have to swap something out, you can't tell, like half of the time, like the selection from other places, it fits the, you know, his cadence and his tone at the time in the different place that it's been spliced into. And only occasionally does it sound a little different, or perhaps like maybe the timing was off, but it's pretty good all around, I think.
Yeah.
I think he did a good job.
No, it was really well done. I mean, I watched it last night as they premiered it, and like I said earlier, I had to take a piss all the way through. I didn't want to look away. I didn't know what I didn't want to pause it because it was live, and I was like, the chat was having a good time. I was having a good time. And I was just sitting there in awe of this, of what I was watching. It was such a, again, it's kind of like when I showed that image earlier of what Jade had drawn of me. It was such a carefully crafted piece of art and satire that even though it is brutally, brutally scathing, I mean, it's one of the meanest things I've ever fucking heard, but it's brutally scathing, but there's a brilliance in it, and there is a beauty to it, and that beauty should be respected. Does that make sense?
That absolutely makes sense.
It's like even the artwork against me, like I've seen some shit that's really fucking funny. And I'm like, I like it. Like it's terrible. It makes fun of me and it doesn't make me feel good because it's clearly designed to intimidate, you know, to bother me. But I can respect what it was and who created
How can it intimidate you, Matt?
Not
Come on.
intimidate,
You're
not
being
intimidate.
Histrionics, classic female histrionics.
Oh,
Matt.
no, it's not intimidate, but it's like the MC Jarbo shit, right? Like it makes me say the worst things on the fucking planet. And I hate that, like
It
a lot
makes
of
you
it
sound like a real alpha as well.
Well, it's
So you
all.
need to look at the
What sucks
silver
about that though
linings.
is like I've always wanted to be a rapper. You know, like I've always wanted to try
well,
rapping.
now you are. Now you are.
And now
rapper
there's a whole
forever.
album that like is all my voice. But yeah, you know, it's just really, really, really horribly said shit. So again, it's like as much as I'm not a fan of that, of me being the target of that, I don't mind being the subject used because it is brilliant in its creation. Because, you know, he went out and he made like a whole program to download all the audio that I've ever said, and then to take that and then be able to write music using my voice in a way that it sounds clipped together, like worse than what we heard last night, but it flows. And they auto-tune it, and they make it work, and they clean it up a little bit. But it's fascinating because it's just so interesting to the process intrigues me. And I hate that it intrigues me. So, but it does. And so I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at any of it. I find a lot of it to be endearing. Even the stuff that's really aimed at like being super fucking mean, you know, like I don't necessarily, I'm not going to like want to put it on my fucking wall, you know, but I'm also not going to scoff at its existence.
You should put it right up on the wall.
Yeah,
Speaking
totally.
of becoming a rapper, weren't you doing something where you were gonna like rap something?
I am going to do something with, I have to, Ear Juice sent me some, I got to hit up with the Ear Juice and like get working on that again.
You gotta get out to LA with Baked Alaska and go to the studio. You're gonna make it big, kid. Right? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's fucking if. Oh,
Just
fuck.
fly out. he might want to.
Star, baby.
Yeah. Let's do some tributes to Trump, man. But I'll be up there. I'll be the
love
Bernie.
our
I'll be the
cops,
Bernie
Our
first.
law enforcement. I love our military.
Yeah.
They're important. Come on, Matt. Let's sing.
Oh my
karaoke
God!
night.
Hold on. I got a couple of super chats here. Casey, $2. Thank you again, sir. Andy Worski won't talk to you, only about you. Yep, because he's a bitch. And then again,
I
another
heard that
$2
phone
here.
call.
We demand a stream with PPP, Godwinson, Knoll, and Kraut. Well, if they want to come on, they're fucking around, dude. That's fine. They can come on in. You know, I like PPP, Godwinson. I like Kraut, and I like Knoll well enough.
They
I don't
can
have any
still
issue with
call you,
Knoll.
right?
Huh?
Like Andy and that, they can still call you, right?
Yeah,
If
they have my
really
number.
wanted
Yeah, they
to.
have my number. Yeah.
I heard when you BTFO'd Ralph. It was great.
Yeah,
I watched that call.
I guess last
Because
night.
you were in your car, right? Yeah.
No, I don't know if I was in my car or not. I don't know. I talk a lot from my car, but I forget which one it was. I feel like I've been A-logging Ralph a bit too hard this last month. I mean, he totally
No,
deserves it
definitely.
100%. But I feel like it's kind of one of those things where I'm just like, I really don't like the guy. So I feel like it's cathartic for me to call him a pimple-dicked fuckwad. You know, like it feels good to be able to remind him that like he is him and that's not me. And that's actually good. You know, like I'm good with that. You know, he can sit there and just go like, yeah, well, you flag some people and destroy your career. I didn't release a sex tape.
Flagging isn't that bad, Matt. Really, honestly.
Some people have been saying that. Their words, not mine. You know, that's
Flagging
I've
flagging is like a doxing, as Josh would describe doxing. You know, that's flagging, as I
Yeah.
would describe it.
that's true.
I flagged this very video.
I'm sure
Right.
people. Oh, like no, do people flag me all the time? I know I get flagged all the time. I'll get occasionally like a privacy. I'll get some kind of like complaint or warning every once in a while for like a really old video,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, you guys are going through the old shit.
Right. You know, I just saw how you opened this video with that disgusting sexual imagery, and I just thought, this is disgusting, man. How could you do this to me? I didn't want to see that man fucking that sea lion, and I
Yeah.
shouldn't have had to see that.
Well, flag it by all means. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
flagged it.
Good. Do you feel better? Do you feel better?
Of course, I feel
That-
like I've done a great service for the
that's-
anime buff here. There you go. That's the truth.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie anymore.
You just
False
out there
pretenses.
doing it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. At least we can do it. But all right, man, I'm gonna let you go. I got some more people to get to. I appreciate
Yeah, okay.
I appreciate you. Oh my God, fuck off. Jesus Christ. Always with the Jews with you, sir. Always with the Jews. They're our friends. Stop it. All right, we got real quick here. Morning afternoon headshot here says, I like that about Matt, the appreciation for the art and creativity and the logging hate posts. It's funny. Like, I'm sorry. I come from a creative background. Whether or not you think I'm creative is entirely up to you, but I just enjoy people's making stuff. So there we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, Grab Your Crotch says, I found a copy they didn't flag. Oh yeah. Now that it's been flagged down, the Streisand effect is going to kick in. Everyone's going to run with this shit, dude. It's going to be everywhere. Now, I haven't looked, and maybe someone can tell me, but has Jim said anything yet? Because I know he's been tagged a lot, but I don't know if he said anything about it. All right, so let's see here. And it especially pisses him off when it's from you and hearing people measure you above him because you have a real job and fam and property, etc. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's like, look, I like doing this crap. If I was making like a livable wage on it, that'd be awesome. But I'm not gonna like. I get it. Like a lot of us aren't going to be around in 2 years. Let's be realistic here. YouTube is on its own is most likely going to just crap out. It's not going to be sustainable for a lot of people anymore. Like the mid-tier people, because all the advertisers are chopping down. If you're any bit edgy, they're going to cut you out. I mean, it is what it is. And it's like, you got to start looking to the future, like regardless, you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the kill stream has always kind of been like a one-trick pony, and now it's a one-trick alt-right pony, and that's again probably going to start to die off. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. All right, we got John.
Hey, Matt, you there?
Yeah, hold on one second. I just got a super chat here from Casey.
That's okay.
It's popped up on the screen, but hasn't popped up in my chat yet to bring it up. There we go. Casey, $5. Thank you, sir. Jubilant Jarbo judiciously cheers at his haters, leaving them jarred. Magnanimous and majestic Matt won't be manipulated. Ethan literally ate feces. Yes, he did, folks. That's right. I'm going to say that one more time. Ethan Ralph literally ate feces. We heard it. It's not poo. We heard it. We saw it. And I'm pretty sure if smell-o-vision existed, we would have also... and we would have had to endure that one, you know. Thank God Smell-the-Scope isn't a reality. But thank you very much. I appreciate that, Casey.
Oh, geez, I'm already laughing again.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Grab your crotch. I got it wrong. You said crotch, not crotch. Yeah, I'm just saying maybe I named you something better. Although I do like your profile image there. I think that is pretty great. So anyway, John, what's on your mind tonight, buddy?
Oh, not much. Well, Well, I'm a creative person. I like to invent. And the one thing, the difference between creative people and non-creative is that the creative have more multiple streams of thinking. They have, and people that tend not to be creative usually have a one-track type of thinking. And because we're born with no operating system, like we're self-programming. So I'm going on the deep end here, but basically, like the people that believe stuff, they just keep going and going and going down that thing. It's like a rabbit hole. But that's just my two crazy bits there.
I get that, man. I get that. It's one of the biggest, like when I was living in LA, you meet a lot of creative people and they all want to they all want to work. It's not that they want to be rich and famous. It's that they want to work and they want to create. And that's kind of what I think even people in this sphere, they want to create stuff. They want to talk. They want to be part of the conversation. Unfortunately, one of the things that happens is you end up becoming, I think, too complacent. And I know I did. I know I very much became very complacent. And it wasn't a good kind of complacency. It was very much one of those notions of like, I don't like this, but I don't feel like I can get away from it. And that if you, and that's the thing, it's possible that in regards to, let's say, Ralph, he's 100% stuck where he is. I think now more so than ever. His brand, his name is entirely in the trash. It only speaks to a small volume of people. And eventually, and you can already tell he doesn't like it. If a guest is talking, this is why it's terrible for him to be on camera. If a guest is talking, he's on his phone on Twitter fighting with people. He brought in Richard Spencer, who was arguing with all these A-logs. And the whole time Ralph's on Twitter arguing with a lawyer and burning that bridge. And it just,
right.
it's like, dude, you're doing this in real time and people are watching you spiral because they know you don't like what you're doing. So why not do something else? Take your 50 grand you claim to have, in savings and invest it into something that isn't going to be this. But I also, people get caught up in the bullshit. They get caught up in the day to day and they honestly just kind of get stuck in their routine.
Right. It's like they create their own little reality. And when it starts to crush down, they compress and it crushes in on them. But, that spiral, but it's a trait of self-destructiveness too, Yeah. It's like, I talked to friends. I'm like 55 years old, and I've talked to friends for a long time, and they always ask me for advice, and I give them exactly what they need to do. Then they decide not to do that, and my advice was the one thing that would work for them. But because,
yeah, I've learned in that regard, people generally don't want to hear advice.
Yeah.
What they don't, because they don't want to be told what to do. What they want is they want someone to say it in a way that makes them think like it's their idea. You kind of have to inception this shit on people. You have to make them think it's their idea. And if you can make them think it's their idea, then they're going to be more motivated to do it because then they feel that it's a genuine thought and not something that was told to them or explained to them. Especially when you deal with very stubborn, narcissistic people that they don't like to be told what to do. Every time somebody back in the day, people go your content sucks, you should do something different. I would dig my heels in. I'd be like, you don't tell me what the fuck to do. I don't fucking know you. I'm going to go read about fucking college SJWs and I'm going to go make $300 today, bitch. Never mind the fact I fucking hated every minute of it,
Right.
So nobody wants to be told what to do. Nobody ever. We don't want our parents telling us what to do. We don't want fucking authority figures telling us what to do. We don't even want our friends telling us what to do. But if we can figure it out on our own, and if a good friend or a family member or parent or mentor or whatever can help guide you to it without making it seem like they're telling you something, then the likelihood of you actually following through is much better. And it's like when I was going to quit smoking, I set in advance. I'm like 4 months, Labor Day weekend, I will quit smoking. And all my friends you should just quit smoking right now because generally speaking, people who don't quit right away, they won't stick with it. And I'm like, no, but I'm stubborn. I'm very stubborn. And so I chose it. I chose midnight on September 4th was going to be when I quit smoking. And I ended up at about 11:45. I was going to smoke my last cigarette. And I ended up getting a call about 11:30 from this girl that I was trying to hook up with at the time. And we ended up talking for about 45 minutes. And I realized I went past midnight, and therefore I went past my deadline to quit smoking. And I still had my last cigarette. Well, you know what? It's been 14 years. I still have that cigarette. I still have that cigarette. I have not smoked it. I kept it with me as a reminder that I wanted to quit, and I quit. And it's been 14 years. And so it's like, yeah, I mean, you can do it if you want to do it. But people telling me, well, you should just quit right now, just not what I wanted. So to me, I was like, fuck you. Like, I appreciate you care about my health and well-being, dick. But like, I don't, fuck off, man. Like, let me do my fucking thing. That was how I viewed it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what is it? John here says Matt's just venting. I'm always venting.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people, it's like they're arguing in a mirror and they don't recognize themselves in the mirror. That's the thing about narcissism, right? People don't understand about narcissism. They think they just love themselves and all. The mythology of Narcissus was that he was looking in a pool of water and he saw the most beautiful person he ever saw, and he did not recognize his own reflection. That's the actual tale of Narcissus, which created narcissism, and people get it wrong. They think that the person they think he recognized himself, where he never did. That was the curse. Just like Cassandra, she could foresee the future. No one would believe her.
Oh yeah.
And they burned her for that.
Well, it was a wild time, the 70s. Let's see here. Casey, another $2 super chat. Thank you again, sir. Maddox for co-host of Boulder Talk Radio. I could text Maddox and see if he wants to come on. I'll text his because we're friends IRL. I'll just text him, be like, hey bitch, you want to come on my fucking show? Actually, we are going to do like a podcast or something, like not a show. I'm going to interview him for something or another here pretty soon. And because I like Maddox quite a bit. Like the whole lol suit thing, it is what it is. I still think it was, I get why, but I'm also like, maybe it wasn't the best idea on the planet. But Maddox is a good dude, and so I'll talk to him. But thank you very much, though. But hey, man, I'm going to let you, I got some more people to get to.
No problem.
John, I appreciate you calling on in, dude, and call in again, definitely. All right, have a good one.
Have a good one.
All right. So we've got a person here who, this ought to be fun, and I want to see where the night goes, because God fucking damn it. Phantom Organization. What is up? What is going on, man? I think were the subject last night of a particular live stream that we're listening to you and I have a conversation, and they were not happy.
Yeah, dude, actually, I figured out a system so we can actually listen to it right now, if you would like.
Yeah.
So my audio can play my mic can play the audio. I was figuring this out for the longest time. If you'd like to go through this,
why not? You know what? I want to, because they were not happy with my joking suggestion of how to A-log Ralph in real life.
Yes,
they got actually, real mad at that.
Timestamp I wanted to look at.
Good. Because I think it's really funny that they got real mad at that.
Yes. So I'm gonna try to play it and tell me if you can hear it. Oh. Wait. Oh.
I don't hear you. Hold on. Okay, while you're figuring that out, Casey, another $2 super chat. Thank you, man. Maddox redemption arc. Make it happen, man. I will. John here says, oh man, it's a Boulder stream classic because PO is here.
Okay. So I think I figured it out. Let's go.
All right.
There's like so much intense.
Yeah, you should be able to hear that.
Nice. You got to show me how you do that, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, okay.
Shit going on, right? It's not like you're doing intense shit to them. It's just not like that. I mean, you're not mailing things to people's houses. You're not fucking swatting people, are you? Or are you?
No, I'm not. Actually, and that's another thing we talked about last night that I didn't even bring up on the kill stream. And this is a side show from the kill stream. I haven't even been talking about this for the most part on the kill stream itself. But yeah, Monday Matt trying to get people to mail shit to my pregnant girlfriend. I mean, these are the tier of people here talking about morals, trying to make moral proclamations. Fuck off. Who gives a fuck what people like this day? Like, I don't know.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I think that is it. Like they never like really touched on it. That was it. That's all they did. Like I wrote down a bunch of timestamps, right? And like I don't know if you can see it properly, but they never really went into it.
I'll bring you full screen. There we go. It's a little bit blurry, but yeah.
Oh shit. Oops. Okay, so
there you go.
You can see my schizo notes there. At 14 minutes, he goes on a fucking tirade, like a genocidal tirade against this guy who's probably in this chat right now called Melanin Farmer. It is fucking hilarious, dude. He's raging out hard. Like me and you, it's whatever. Like he was trying to like brush it under the rug, and Dingo, he's Dingo, right? Yeah, Dingo. He kept brushing it. He kept bringing it up. But when he talked about Melanin Farmer, he was raging. Would you like to hear him talk about Melanin Farmer?
Yeah, sure. I know the name Melanin Farmer. I think I've seen him on the farms, right?
Oh, he's on the farms. He's in every live chat. It's really funny. Like, this is the funniest part of the whole thing, dude. He goes so hard. And it's like, I think maybe he's channeling the rage he has for me and you to Melanin Farmer. Because I listened to this whole thing and never does he rage like this against me or you. It's almost fascinating.
All right, let's do it.
Well, believe it or not, I don't take a lot of this shit personally. By the way, shout out to Melanin Farmer. I want to say hi to that guy because he is the biggest fucking loser spurg of all time. He sits and watches all these shows. Like, he's in every fucking chat that ever existed except mine because I banned him because he's a fucking loser and I don't want him around. He clearly has no job, nothing of value in his life. So he sits here and watches all these shows religiously and swings off my nuts every fucking time he gets in the chat. What a fucking loser. And I can't wait till he exits the earthly plane, Dingo. I just wanted to give him his well-deserved shout out. There's your attention, certain word that I won't use here on DLive.
Well, he's been actually watching my show for like a year, I think. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's around. Yeah, he's around. I just wanted to give him his thumbs up there. There's your personal Ralph thumbs up, sir.
I guess we can't. I don't think we can hear. I don't think they could hear the audio.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they can.
You guys
if you can hear it, they should. Yeah.
Because they said no, we can only hear you guys.
Oh no, they're trolling. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to the chat. Never listen to the chat.
Okay, at least Hondo with the honesty. You guys are all fucking dicks. You guys are all dicks. I'm gonna
never listen to the chat about audio issues. That is something Destiny has like taught me. I watched a Destiny clip. Like some guy said like, "Oh, dude, the chat is complaining about audio issues," and Destiny just said like, "Don't listen to the chat about audio issues. They're a bunch of fucking degenerates. Don't listen to them." So,
well, isn't that yeah? Because that gets Ralph quite a bit, doesn't it? Is people always say we can't hear you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you notice though? Did you notice though in that bit though about the whole letter thing? So for those of you who were here last week, all I said was if you want to mess with them, write a letter to Faith. That's all I said. And that freaked him the hell out because you could tell he's like, I didn't bring this up on the kill stream because he doesn't want to put it out there to a wider audience. The 8 people watching Dingo, he doesn't care about that. But the 1,200 people watching Andy last night, I don't know. I don't think he's got 1,200 people watching him. On the shows. They got to be botting.
Oh, you want to go into that? I actually watched a little bit of that. It was really weird because they were like, they had Black Pigeon Speaks on, and Black Pigeon Speaks seems to have a problem with you, mister. He was raging at you, dude.
He does. I'll tell you why. Real quick though, Casey, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. I'd rather be a melanin farmer than a gunted drunk. The truer words have never been spoken, and I don't even know who Melanin Farmer is, but I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. So let me tell you about why Black Pigeon Speaks doesn't like me. So it all goes back to Kraut A-logging Black Pigeon Speaks because Black Pigeon Speaks is a plagiarist, and what he does is he's a plagiarist 100%. They tried to deflect upon it, but what it is he will go and when he does his articles, he will find full sections, or he does his videos, he'll find full sections from books or other articles, and he'll present those arguments as his own, meaning he will read them word for word, line for line, but will not say that they came from a source in the video. So he won't say according to Huffington Post or according to this or according to that. He will present it as his own arguments, but then he'll link to it in the video description. So Kraut called that out, and that triggered the fuck out of BPS. And he then started blaming a lot of shit. There was one time he accused me of running the Jarbo cartel. Like it was this insane.
The Jarbo cartel.
Yeah, it was this insane.
How do I join?
I don't know, man. I guess you're here. You're kind of part of it. So no, there's actually been fan art of that's been made that came from Kraut. Let's see if I could find it. But no, he accused me of running the Jarbo cartel. That the whole thing was basically us just going around and like mass flagging videos and getting people deplatformed and taken off and all of this absolute weird, crazy shit. I'm like, dude, I don't watch your content because I don't think you're interesting. You know, and that's really all it is. Yeah, I have it right here. Okay, I gotta just import it. But I mean, I was like, what are you fucking doing, man? Like you're out there running your mouth like I'm some fucking weird, you know, like mafioso Don or some shit. Like I've got this army of spurgs that just hang out in a Discord and, you know, like, let's go after. Like people built me up in their mind. Like I was some kind of just like master player. And they did. They ran with
it. You are a master player, Matt.
Sure.
Don't let them tell you otherwise.
Yeah, sure. Fine. Whatever. But no, these guys, they tried making me out to be something that I'm clearly not, but they didn't know any better. Okay. Where's it? I'm getting close to it. Fuck. There it is. Okay. So this is something that was, when Black Pigeon Speaks went all crazy and started, talking about the Jarbo cartel, this someone made this as a funny little meme.
Wait, so because Kraut said that Black Pigeon Speaks like was really shady with how he made videos and how he cited sources, they blamed you?
Yeah. They did.
But it was all Kraut, wasn't it?
Well, it was because what it was is I think I retweeted the video.
Oh,
and they got
yes.
really mad at me retweeting. You know, so okay, I got to keep it down because apparently I woke my girlfriend up.
No, but
okay,
that is so fucked. Like that's so weird. So is this because this was after 2018?
Yeah.
That's why.
This is so.
It's
so
easier to say it's your fault.
Yeah, they were doing that for the longest time. They were, and Black Pigeon Speaks specifically, because I guess what it was is like when everything happened. Okay, so when everything went down with me, he kind of defended me apparently, or he didn't like go after me. I guess he kind of defended me, and when that happened, and then I retweeted Kraut's video, he took moral offense that I retweeted because he was nice to me, because he defended me in the situation, and I'm like, for one, I didn't know that you did. Thank you, I guess, and two, it doesn't really change the fact that Kraut's criticism is very valid. And you do this, and that is something that he called out, and it was funny because it triggered those guys like crazy because they thought because Kraut and I were friends that I was leading this brigade, and that because I had retweeted it that it was all part of the Jarbo cartel.
So his problem with you is that he has like this completely schizophrenic idea that you've been whipping Kraut into a frenzy to attack Black Pigeon Speaks. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, all these guys.
My goodness.
They sit there and they
well, that explains. There's a history there. I was like wondering because I was just listening to that whole fucking live stream yesterday, and I was wondering why Black Pigeon Speaks got so like he was rather angry at you. Like he was like,
I've never done
mundane Matt.
I've never done anything to him. I've never done anything to him. I literally have no idea. I he blocked me on Twitter. That much I know is true. But I've never done anything to BPS. I don't watch his shit. I don't think it's good content. I think he's a race realist, and I'm not a big fan of that. And I just don't care. But he hates me with this massive passion. And I think it has everything to do with the fact that, he just got so triggered that he had to manifest a villain, and he just chose this. I mean, he literally, I wish I knew where the video clip was, because he actually was basically calling for violence against me. This was on Stream Me back in the day, but he was basically calling for violence against me because he thought he was so under this illusion that I had done things to him, like I had impacted his channel, that I had hurt him personally, that he was like making claims. I forget exactly how he said it, but the key gist of it was, physical violence against Matt is basically what it was. And I got sent the clip, and I'm just like, holy fucking shit, where the fuck did this come from? Like,
I've never really liked Black Pigeon Speaks myself, because as you've said, he's like a race realist, but he lives in Asia, and he has like a bunch of pictures on his Instagram of like scantily clad Asian women. It's slightly hypocritical, in my opinion.
Yeah,
slightly.
Well, it's kind of like Gator, with his massive love of anime, but he hangs out with like white nationalists.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I really love white. Oh, I did. I missed it.
Yeah, you got to read it up.
Oh, Rothgar, thank you very much. Sorry for the bad mix audio. Must have been in a bad mobile reception area. Good luck with the rest of the show. Thank you so much, Rothgar. Good talking to you, dude. Drive safe, like I said. And thank you for becoming a patron. So, yeah, Socrates asks.
Very based.
Very based, very epic, very cool. Let's see. Yes, Socrates, Kraut, and I have been friends for a while. And this is a true story. The night of the Boulder stream, Kraut pulled me in a Discord call with some people to kind of like talk me down from what happened with that whole implosion. And I've actually been friends with these guys and talked to them roughly every day for like the last 2 years. So, yeah, like
it talked you down.
Well, not so much talk me down as much. Like, okay, so when the Boulder stream happened, like, I mean, when we talk about bad,
this is deep lore.
When we're talking like bad headspace, we're talking bad fucking headspace, right? Like it's that realization of like, oh fuck, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck's gonna happen next? Holy shit, how do I you know what I mean? Like all of that stuff, right? Like because all you guys see is the stream, right? All you guys see is the stream. You don't see what happens afterward. You don't know about the conversations that I had, like the next 4 hours of conversations that I had before I was able to like eke myself to bed, because I was just sitting there like going, what the fuck did I do? Holy shit. What's gonna, you know what I mean? Like all the confusion and the chaos and everything. And so, yeah, they pulled me in a call, and I've been talking to those guys practically every day for the last 2 years. So it's, you know what I mean? It's crazy shit. Like you never ever hear about the other side of the conversation, like the other person, what they're thinking or what they're not thinking, because they just, they can't.
A big thing is like dehumanizing you as well. Like they just treat you like this is a villain, but they don't realize that you're just a person and you goofed off. You goofed off.
they're like, well, that's the thing. It's like Black Pigeon Speaks is like, Jarbo's this master villain. I'm all like, bitch, I played Call of Duty. Like, like I'm a normie at this point. Like I like I'm nowhere near any of this. I don't engage with half this shit. Like I A-log Ethan Ralph because it's fucking funny. And that's the one thing I know a lot about. But there's been so many other elements of the internet. Like I have no idea what the fuck is going on or why people are mad or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't even really care. Like none of it, like today on Twitter. There was a hashtag about like, answer about pedos or something, like YouTube. They were trying to force YouTube into answering questions about some channels that might be pedophilic or grooming children or something, and I'm like, okay, that might be something we're talking about, but I didn't have any time to look into it. So it's like, okay, maybe I'll get to it. Maybe I won't. But, like that's the kind of shit that people are talking about that I just don't pay attention to. That makes sense? I'm a little tired.
You lost me there. You lost me there for a
bit. Sorry. So yeah, it's almost like 2 o'clock in the morning here. So I'm like,
oh, okay.
That's why.
I feel you.
Really what it boils down to is when you're trying to figure out like when you pay attention to the deep lore of the internet, there's always a lot that's going on. You don't always get to everything is what I'm trying to say. And in many cases, I found myself just disconnecting. So there are certain things I pay attention to, like Ralph, because it's funny and it's clearly brought a lot of laughs. And then, but other things, like I didn't even know that Jim had lost his Twitter, that he was back under another account. I had no idea. because I just wasn't paying attention. I'm like, oh, he's gone. Okay, cool, whatever. And then I'm like, oh no, oh, that's him. Oh, okay. You know, like I didn't know about it for months. So that's what I'm talking about. It's like there's some things I pay attention to, some things I don't, and you're never gonna. And on that front, I'm more of a normie now because I got the kids, so that's more of my interest.
Yeah, but it's still quite interesting that you were talked about in 2 live streams, yesterday and I believe the day before.
Yeah.
Like they're still trying to pull that shit out of the hat. They're still trying so hard.
Yeah.
What was it? Like Andy Worski, he has had like 5 Boulder streams now. Like Boulder streams about you, like anniversary edition streams about you. I remember distinctly him saying, "Oh, I don't do drama anymore, guys. I don't do drama anymore." But what the fuck does he call whatever he does when you come up? When you come up, it's always like the most seething hatred that you can imagine. It's gross.
It's really weird, and I honestly can't tell you why when it comes to Worski. I don't know what I did to him to really trigger him that much, but I'll show you guys this. So they were watching they found my Blu-ray Therapy channel last night because as if I wasn't, whatever. So I went in and I changed some of the titles. Look at the bottom.
Very cool. So
we'll have to wait and see if they ever go back and they notice that. I don't think they will, but
that is very nice. Hopefully they don't do any preparation and just show the whole channel like they did yesterday. They just clicked into it. They had no idea. Like Andy thought you deleted it too.
No, I didn't delete it. It's there. It's like we found the secret channel. I just haven't updated in a long time. Oh shit! $10 super chat, Hondo. Thank you so much, sir. Black Pigeon Rees is a 30s plus 3X tourist who lives in Asia. He also doesn't want people to remember how he suggested that 18-year-old girls marry older men because must save the West. He's also a weeb. Oh my god, a weeb. Ew, disgusting.
That's the worst.
Well, it's like I was saying last night when it came to the Andy Worski thing. Did you hear my rant about Andy Worski last night?
Oh, did you do a Boulder talk yesterday?
I did last night. Yeah, it was up.
I didn't catch it.
It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Like I really I do these for fun. PO. I do. I just do them for fun. But yeah. I found they're talking about me, and then I brought up the question like because they're bringing on Rex Jones, Alex's kid, and they keep bringing him on, and I'm like, why are they trying to groom a 17-year-old? Why are they trying to impress this kid? And
I hate that. Yeah. That was something I thought about too. Like he's obviously like a young child, impressionable child, a teenager that they're abusing. Like he looks up to them. He looks up to Ethan Ralph and Andy Worski and all these older guys. He looks up to them, and they're like pushing this narrative into his head. Like I saw this shit happen live yesterday. Like they're saying, "Oh, Monday Madness is horrible. He's satanic. He's the devil in disguise, dude." And they got Rex to rant about you. Like Rex doesn't even know who you are, dude. I think Rex would rather talk about Boogie, but they like explicitly made a conversation about you. So Rex Jones would talk about you. It was really strange to me.
And Morax here says, and Andy told Alex Jones's kid to tell his dad about you and showed him the Boulder stream. It was cringe as fuck. Well, that's the thing. They tried that with Harrison Smith. So when Ralph was first on Harrison Smith on InfoWars, the one guy that no one cares about, like the guy on InfoWars that's less well known than Owen Schroyer, Do
you mean the one that was like a week ago?
Yeah. No. No. He was on there a while ago. I think last year or no. It was in the end of 2018. It was at the end of 2018 when he got booted off of YouTube. When he went on his sympathy parade and he was trying to go to everyone and like, please look at me. My penis isn't small, I swear.
No more super berries.
Yeah. So he was on InfoWars, and like that guy had brought up the Boulder stream. And then that was Ralph going like, oh, InfoWars has seen the Boulder stream. Oh, Alex Jones knows who Mundane Matt is. And I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing. If I wanted to get in contact with Alex Jones, if I really did, all I'd have to do is talk to Sargon or talk to Count Dankula. And I still know both of them pretty well.
Yeah.
So if I really wanted to like reach out and talk to Alex Jones, I'd be like, yo, Sargon, like hook it up, dude. Like, you know, like get me on there. I'll talk about Gamergate.
Do my
type
bidding,
shit.
Sargon.
Yeah, like fucking who cares? And but see, that's the thing. These guys don't realize, like, they don't understand. They have no understanding of the world around them. And you know, what did Andy end up doing last night? I tuned in randomly, and he ate like a hot pepper challenge, and he was sitting there just looking like a coked out moron. And then he like, the last week they got so drunk they were lighting their pubic hair on fire. Andy lit his asshole hair on fire. You know, like this is like, am I supposed to be intimidated by these people? Am I supposed to be afraid of these people? You know, like the guys that will sit there and they'll literally light their pubes on fire for like $2.
Well, they are desperate to revive the IBS thing, but also they're desperate for attention. So they know that attacking you constantly doesn't really work, but what does work is them humiliating themselves. So they humiliate themselves and get a lot of viewers, and then they talk about you because they're trying to revive IBS. Like nobody cares about the Boulder stream anymore. I came to this conclusion when I peered into my fridge, into the eternal light of my fridge, where all wisdom resides. And I thought, you know, in 5 years, Ethan Ralph and Andy Worski and all those guys are probably still going to play the songs about the Boulder stream. Like it's like the stories that old farts tell that kids don't even give a crap about, you know, at the dinner table. They just go like, Mom, can I go and play the Nintendo? Jeez. And the old fart is just sitting there. Let me tell you about the Boulder stream. It was really, shall I say, epic and red-pilled my son. And the kid is just like, Mom, I don't care about this crap. Let me play the Nintendo. That's all I can think. Like it's so irrelevant now, but they still play the music, they still do all this shit, and it's shall we say kind of cringe? Kind of cringe. Yeah. And they're trying to revive it. It's just sad. They can't do it. It's so inorganic what they're doing now. It's rather inorganic. There's no more life left to what they're doing. During the Boulder stream, they still had some energy in them, some life. But now it's like they're has-beens. They're has-beens. That's all they are. They have no more creative energy left. All they can do is light their pubes on fire, eat hot peppers, desperately trying to get attention like that. And then like they talk about you because that is what they truly want. They want to go back to that time. But they don't realize that their souls have already lost all creative input. They have no more to say, no more to do online. It's like the dusk of their live streams and their podcasts. They're never going to come back, really. It's kind of sad and depressing. It's like a Dark Souls 3 ending. It's when you realize that the good ending is when you just let the light die out. Well, you let everything die out.
I totally get that. Real quick though, I got 8 speech here with a super sticker for $1. Thank you very much, sir. Stop trying to show 9/11 memes on my shit. Fat J, $2. PO, very epic. Thank you very much, Fat J. And then Casey with another super chat here. Melanie Worski wants to be a Jarbo concubine. That would be pretty funny. If I could get Melanie Worski on the stream, that'd be pretty funny. Hey, you want to talk? tell me some funny stories about your brother. I'm writing a biography about. It's called The Ballad of Andy Worski. No, that's the thing.
All I can remember is like when Andy Worski freaked out and he called out cow. He was like, they, them, cow. It was the funniest copy paste I've ever seen. Like, them, the cow boards, the boards, cow, they, them. Dude, it was hilarious. Whoever leaked that is the hero.
I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was Geek Thulu who leaked it. Because Andy kept fucking with him. So he just said, fuck it. And he did his thing. And that's why, I mean, I'm not a big Geek Thulu fan, but I respected that move. I thought it was pretty hardcore. These guys, I mean, that's the thing with these guys. It's like, it's fun to A-log them because they don't understand that they're the joke. They don't understand that they are what people are going to be making fun of in no time. Like, all it's going to take is for one of these top tier shit posting YouTube channels to catch wind. Like, Internet Historian is one day going to do a video on Ethan Ralph. Like, people were trying to get the Internet Historian to do a video on me. They were sending, I watched this. They were sending him tweets about it. Yeah. They were trying to get, and he's like, oh, do it on Mundane Matt. Do it on Mundane Matt. And the thing is, it's like, it's not interesting enough overall for it, in my opinion. Like that, you know, but Ralph has got all of these years of all of this shit. And now we're in this weird season where he's got an 18-year-old girl pregnant. You know how it is on a TV show when they add a kid, it always goes to shit. It gets canceled in a year. You know, that's where we are right now. You know, we're in the episodes of Married with Children when they brought in 7. No one's happy.
That makes no sense to me. That reference makes no sense.
Real quick, Casey, another $2 super chat. Thank you. They block more people than Steve Shives. IBS equal dead. Ooh, that's a burn. That's a solid burn. They do. They block everybody. It's pretty great.
Yeah, and then they say, "Oh, but we block people because we don't believe in free speech. We're so red-pilled." That is the dog whistle, wink, wink, and donate more.
I heard that thing from Dingo today, where he was going like, "Fuck your free speech. I don't care about free speech. Like it's free." And then
they pretend like it's because they're so red-pilled, but the reality is it's not because they're red-pilled. It's because they want to avoid any criticism, any embarrassments that they've done. And also, I want to point something out. I made this point before during the baby discussion stream I did. Ethan Ralph, he doesn't actually have haters that just dislike him just to dislike him. Like, he's done this himself. Like, he's to blame for all the criticism he's done. Like he's done this to himself. There's nobody to blame but Ethan Ralph in this situation. Nobody else is to blame. Everyone else is rather passive. They're just watching what the fuck is happening. And they're saying, well, leaking that sex tape, that's slightly fucked. And then Ethan goes, "Oh, you're just a hater. You're a hater. You hate me. That's the only reason why you're doing this." It's like, Sweaty, I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure any reasonable human being would say, yeah, leaking a sex tape of your girlfriend, your 18-year-old girlfriend, is pretty fucked up, dude. It's nobody else's fault but himself. Like, an A-log didn't break into his house, get his phone out of his pig hoof, and like fucking leak that fucking thing to the guy live streaming, the ex-boyfriend live streaming. It was him.
Oh, no,
he deserves this.
That's the thing. So I didn't catch it when they were talking about it last night on Andy's show, but apparently, like, because I was streaming and people were telling me in the chat that Ralph was seething when they were playing the audio of you and I had talked about the snail mail. And then I guess one of them made a comment like, "Oh, I want people to send things that are going to, you know, cause her to have a miscarriage," or something along those lines. And I just had to sit back when I read that chat, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Are you guys that delusional to think like
I'm not sure you ever said anything like that. I'm not sure you ever said.
I said if you just
kill Ethan Ralph's baby.
Yeah, I don't want to, like, well, because there was that joke I made about like somebody. It sure would be a shame if somebody were to like wish list coat hangers to Ethan's house or something. You know, like it was. Yeah,
well, that's a joke based on Ethan Ralph, though. That's like something Ethan Ralph probably wishes to God that he has right now. Like, he probably wants to abort the baby.
I mean,
let's be real.
Could somebody just like FedEx him a flight of stairs?
But I'm serious. Ethan Ralph probably wants to abort the baby. Everyone that talks to him tells him that this is a huge responsibility. He's no longer going to be the priority in his own home. He wants to abort that baby. He wants to be the number one. He can't let a baby get that position away. Like, he can't let a baby take the number one position away from him. I just know it. I hear it every time someone tells him, "Oh, this is a huge responsibility." That's his thought. "Oh, I need to abort. I need to abort the retort." That's what he's thinking.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, having a kid is such a confusing thing because there is a lot of that. Like, if you do, like, I mean, those of us who do content creation full time, you know, it's a very involved, like, it's a very time consuming process. It's not necessarily the most involved, but it's time consuming. And then you have to now divvy your time. And you get less and less and less of it as they get older and older and older because they require more and more and more of your time. And that's just the reality you live in. That is the world you inhabit. That is what you accept to do. You know, I got my 2 kids, my 2 daughters, and, you know, today I was trying to get some work done. I got a little bit of work done, and then I had to go out and help out with dinner and help get them situated and ready for bed. And then I got to go back to work. But you have to divvy it up like that. And that's always a problem when you create, because you know how it is, Pio. Like, if you're ever working on something, it might take you a little bit of time to get there. And then once you're in that mode, you do not want to be interrupted. When you have kids, that doesn't exist anymore. You know, like that doesn't exist. Like, I try, like, my daughter, I love her, but she will come over, like, she will hear me talking and I'll be recording. And then she'll be like, "Oh, what's daddy doing?" And she'll start pounding on my door and go, "Daddy, Daddy, want to sit on couch? Want to watch Toy Story? You know, because she wants to hang out with me. And I love that. Like, it's like my favorite sound in the world are the sounds of my daughters laughing. It's amazing. But I'm like, God damn it. I'm trying to finish this fucking video. You know, like I just gotta fucking, like, I don't yell it, but I'm thinking it in my head, and I'm just sitting there like,
I'm making an iFunny meme. Hold on. I'm making an iFunny meme. Please wait.
I'm mocking an idiot on the internet. Daddy needs his alone time. Real quick, I did see we got a $5 super chat here from Rothgar. Thank you so much, man. Ralph is clutching to his Boulder Gate is cringe as fuck. I don't see a TRR redemption arc being possible. It's Lenny from Mice and Men. Put it down. Oh, that's so cold-blooded.
It's true though.
It's so true. Ralph is now Lenny. There we go. Who's the other one? Is it going to be Dick? Is he going to be the Gary Sinise character in this analogy?
No, like Dick Masterson, like he treats Ethan Ralph like his Frankenstein monster. It's his creation. Like he's never gonna put down Ethan Ralph. No way.
No,
I guess that's the character you mean, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just kind of
who's
wondering.
Gonna put the bullet in him? Gator. It's gonna be Gator.
Oh,
Gator's gonna be like,
Etu?
we gotta take you down. Yeah, because someone pointed out that Gator's loyalty is not to Ethan Ralph, it's to the show, and I believe that.
You know what? Like when I first read that analogy, and I thought to myself, like, or when I first saw like the thesis statement, I was like, I don't know if I really believe that. And then I was reading more of it, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, that actually makes a fair amount of sense. For those of you guys who don't know, the idea here essentially is that Gator doesn't actually care about Ralph. He just cares about the kill stream, because the kill stream is what he wants to ultimately take over. Because when Ralph steps down, or when Ralph goes to jail, or when Ralph ultimately ends up needing to take time off due to a rehab or whatever, he's going to need someone to carry the torch, and that person is going to be Gator. And when Gator's in charge, because Gator wasn't left in charge when Ralph went to jail, that was Nora. And so Gator wasn't able to usurp control then. And the thing is, he's not going to let Faith have control right now. There's no way that Faith is going to have control of everything.
No, she's not responsible.
Yeah.
She's not a responsible adult. Of course.
So he's gonna give it all to Gator. He's like, Gator, look after Killstream, Gator. And then Gator is just going to come on in and just take it over and probably change all the passwords and then never talk to Ralph ever again.
Yeah. I actually noticed something. I listened to part of the kill stream, I think yesterday or the day before. And the way Gator talks to Ethan Ralph sounds very much like the way Shaun the Sheep talks to Dick Masterson. He will not have a decent take on his own, but anything that Ethan Ralph talks about, Gator will have a really stale take on, and he will say, like, he will agree with everything Ethan Ralph says. So I think that there's like he is trying to lick Ethan Ralph's boot in a way where he can slowly gain more and more trust, so that what you just said will actually happen, so that he can usurp the show and kick Ethan out.
But the question that becomes, what is it about the Killstream brand itself that would push someone like Gator to actually want to take it over? Is it just because he doesn't want to?
He's not entertaining on his own. That's why.
He's not. He's really not. He's super not. The guy's got no personality. It's like white bread. It's not even like good white bread. Yeah. It's like keto white bread. It's got no taste, and it just looks like it just falls apart. You know, it's healthier for you, but at the same time, you're like, there's nothing. Even Ralph himself, because I try not to listen to the kill stream, but because I've been talking to you a lot more, I've been watching your stream snipes, and you're the only one that can make it bearable. Just so you know, it's the other people. The other people,
it's so hard to do, though.
Oh, I know.
It's actually an effort to try to make that shit show entertaining. Like, I think I put more effort into that than Ethan puts into his own show.
You do.
So, yeah.
Because like other people have tried, and I give them credit for trying. Right? Like, you know, when you step down and there was a hole to be filled, someone wanted to fill that hole, and that's dedication to the A-log. So congratulations, pat yourself on the back, fellas. But then it's not the same. No. It's not the same as like the little Norwegian Harry Potter, like talking shit. It's just not the same. And so, you know, you have a talent, like you get under their skin.
It's not a good talent though. It's a curse and a gift.
Yeah,
because I would have to sit there and watch the kill stream. So it's a curse.
If you were getting paid more money for it, it might not be as bad, but you know, it's like,
Oh no, it is.
Did you?
Dude, it's like prison. It was like prison. I swear, it was like I was living a half life, like a vampire life, like Voldemort in Harry Potter, like drinking unicorn blood to live. It was horrible. Waking up at 3 a.m. every day, dude. It was awful. It was torturous. I was just hoping that he would have a pill stream soon, like just hoping and hoping and hoping. And his guests actually, they got worse and worse and worse. His guests got so bad by the end that I just couldn't take it anymore. He's got like these boring, stale, like almost as stale as Gator type of people that just grift the right for money. That's all that's all of his guest list is now. It's these smaller players. No more big players left. Only small players. That's the only people that would come on Ethan Ralph's show, I believe. People with actual dignity wouldn't be associated with Ethan Ralph.
Well, I get that.
If you go on his show, that's an association, and that's being associated with Ethan Ralph right now. It's a stain. It's a stain that's going to be very hard to get out. Like, you just see Southern Dingo and you go like, dude, that guy's broken. Oof.
Well,
Jesus.
that's the funny thing too is if you look at, yeah, you're right. The people that go on there right now, they're not interesting. Like, who cares about a flat earther, right? Flat Earth was so 2018 when the guy died building a rocket in order to, like, you know, prove that the Earth was flat. Like, that was when you had like peak flat earthism. And then now it's just like, no, okay. Oh, you got a flat earther. I mean, it'd be more interesting to get like an actual conspiracy theorist. It would get, you know, and then maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to tap into that InfoWars audience, and that they're thinking that Rex Jones is the only way in.
Yeah, the way they're doing it though is so inorganic that it can never work. What they're creating is like a dead mechanism. So they can create it and kind of try to keep it going for a while, but they don't have any creative life left. You need to have some kind of creative life. You need to have some kind of soul, a little bit of heart for these things to work out. But what they're doing now is just a dead mechanical machine. They'll never succeed. They will never succeed because it's no longer about actually making a product that people will enjoy. Now it's about the super chats. Now it's about the donations. That's all they care about.
Yeah. Well, and I completely agree with you on that. And that's one of the reasons why, like, when I started doing this Boulder Talk thing, I appreciate the super chats, but it's not what I do it for. You know, you can't, I think once you start basing your entire, and I've been in those positions, by the way, where you kind of start basing everything you do about how much money you make versus how much fun you have. And it ends up just burning you out. I mean, you can tell that Ralph tries. He puts on a performance of attempting to care about the show. And you can just see his eyes glossing over by the end. You can just see like he starts off strong. He's got like he tries to sit up straight. He tries to have posture. He tries to demand, people's attention and respect. And welcome to the kill stream. My balls are so small that my voice is so high. And he tries and he tries and he tries. And then by the end, it's just, maybe not even by the end, maybe after 20 minutes, you can just tell he loses all energy. He just stops caring, you know, and he just
goes to his phone and browses Kiev Farm and shit.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I'm sitting here, you know, like, I mean, I may not be on camera. You're on camera and you look really good, by the way. Like, what camera are you using? I wanted to ask you, actually.
Oh, it's just a webcam, dude. If you have the new NVIDIA graphics cards, the RTXs, they it's called NVIDIA Broadcast. It's a program that you can add like fake green screens and blurs and stuff. It is like a 720p webcam I'm using, but
it looks. No, I thought it looked like
it to look good.
It looked like it looked really good. Okay, because I do have an RTX. I think I have an RTX. I got it last year, but
it's one of those. Yeah.
It's one of the new ones. And I mean, but it's like all these guys. Like the thing is, you got to have fun with this shit. And it's like, you know, like I'll do $3 Theater, and I do the same concept over there. I have open calls, and people call in, and they're like, let's talk about this movie. And then we geek out for 20 minutes on a movie. And it's like, it's just a fun conversation. It keeps it entertaining. Everything these guys do is based around the concept of just doing nothing but perpetuating drama, because that is the only way they feel they can be interesting. Because when they listen to criticism, they don't listen to criticism from people who have what they want. They listen to people who don't fucking matter. And the people that are just like the anonymous, you know, I was just made yesterday Twitter accounts that have got no following and they're just there to troll you. That's what they listen to. And I know I've been there myself. Like, you know, a lot of those channels, people on Twitter used to go like, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. After a while, it starts to really kind of eat at you. It does. But you still have to go and find what you like. And nothing that they do. I don't even think Andy likes what he does.
No,
he tries.
He's also like that. He tries, but it's like a dead mechanism. No creativity, no heart, no soul. It's dead mechanism. And you see it over and over again. All of their ventures fail eventually, and it goes even faster and faster now because like they sacrifice all of their creativity on the altar of the Superberry. That's all they do. Like they don't give a fuck. Like I just did a stream, by the way. I don't know if you saw it, but I just did a stream where I dropped as many N bombs as I could.
No, I didn't. I did not see that stream. I
called it a parody stream, and I was like pretending to be like a dingo-esque white nationalist. And I dropped as many N-bombs as I could while I talked about BBCs and stuff. Like that is some stuff I enjoy. Like I don't care if my channel goes down, but these guys are like desperate. Like they would do anything to keep their channels up and going. They can never do anything like that. They can never do it because they don't give a fuck about like doing anything fun anymore, or anything edgy. They just want the money. They just want the fucking money.
Like I like, you know, doing this and not caring. I would not do what you did. That is true. I would find alternative.
It's kind of like it's kind of like sacrificing your own YouTube channel for fun.
Yeah. Well, you're like, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I would just, that's not me. I would feel like, oh my God. You know, but I get it. You know, and I'm pretty sure Southern Dingo watched it and he jerked off, and that's probably, he's like, oh yeah, keep saying it. That's my cum word right there. That gets me there. But yeah, but you're right. You are right. When it comes to these people that do this kind of stuff, really what it is they can't be edgy and still maintain being on the platform. It's just not going to work. And that does become a massive problem for everybody. It's not just them. It is everybody. And now that YouTube is actually cracking down more, have you heard about this? Where they're going to start age restricting a lot more videos. They're using the algorithm.
That stream I did got immediately age restricted and hidden.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I didn't get flagged. I didn't get flagged though. It was they just put like a flag. They put like a thing on it. So when you click on the stream, it says, "This is a really edgy stream. Are you sure you want to proceed?" And it's like you have to click the thing that says, "Yes, please let me watch." Like that's how bad it was, dude. It was really funny. I loved it.
Oh my God. Oh, I mean, and eventually, eventually, like they might crack down on it to the point of where it becomes. You know, where they just get rid of it. And that's the thing. I don't know if you necessarily would care about, you could probably start a whole new channel and then from there go and get the 1,000 subs and the 4,000 hours watched pretty quickly, then reapply and then get it back again. YouTube will ban you, but they'll let you come back. Like, unless you do something like woefully egregious to the point of where like mainstream media gets involved. And then it's going to be a totally different game. I did see we got a couple super chats. I don't want to ignore them.
We have to read the super chats.
We have to. Oh my!
This is very important.
This is. So we got Hondo here, $10 again. Thank you very much, Hondo. Really appreciate it. Dingo got fired from 2 jobs for his beliefs. He can't even refrain from saying the N-word at work. Yeah, he's also on welfare. Real working men can't be up on weekdays yelling at internet people like Dingo. Well, I mean, like you can, but you have to be careful with what you do, I guess. He could try Uber Eats. They're always hiring, especially right now. We're in a pandemic. There's a lot of money to be earned. He can deliver food to black people and then silently curse them as he gets back into his car and drives to the next location. There we go on that one. Of course, I disavow that. But if that's his kink, then that's his kink. Casey with another $2 super chat here. Dingo doesn't have a debit card. Someone call CPS. Wait, he doesn't have a debit card? I don't know.
What is it? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, a debit card is it's linked to your bank account. So it's like it's like a card for your checking account.
Like it's just is it a normal credit card?
It's not. Like it's not a credit card. It's tied to your bank account. So,
like, now I think I know what it is. Okay, I got
you have an ATM card where you are.
Yeah. No, I probably have a debit card. I just never quite understood what it's called. I know what it's called in Norwegian, but I don't know the English terminology. Oh, he brags about not having a bank account. Ah, dude. Yeah. And I don't even know. Like, the thing with Dingo is I'm pretty sure the only reason why he's so edgy and being like this white racialist type of person is because he's insecure about being white. I don't think he is white. I don't think I think he knows he's not white, and he's coping. He's coping by saying that he's a white advocate and stuff.
Isn't he?
That is the deepest lore in him.
I saw someone link over to a winery in California with the same last name as him. And I think they're trying to say like that's his family or something. I don't know if that's really his family or not. But it's definitely from, I was like, oh, it's California. Oh, that's cool. But I kind of agree with you about him. It's like he tries so hard to be white. Like, I think he forgets like what he's trying to do. I don't know.
But I've seen a lot of people do what he's doing. Usually you'll find the most extreme right wingers and white advocates are usually people with like a very like suspect racial background. And the reason why they're so extreme is what I assume is that they are coping. They're coping about the knowledge that they're not really white, so they're trying to pretend like they're white by doing this.
So are you talking like the woke liberals that they over police, that they try so hard because they just feel guilty about their perceived past? The ones like
it's kind of like that for the right. Yeah.
Or no, born again Christians, right? Born again Christians are like that, at least here in the States. The people that are just like, oh, I found God again, and everyone needs to find God. If you don't find God, you're going to fucking hell, you fucking asshole. Like the really overbearing, annoying type people. Yeah. That's I think that's half the fucking internet, to be honest with you. And that's what they've been taught to believe. They've been taught to believe that, like, yes, your opinion matters. No, it doesn't. My opinion matters. Doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. Our opinions don't fucking matter. But it's great now is what you have are all these older boomer types that have basically become special snowflakes. And you see represented a lot in conservative media online where they all act like they are just persecuted to all hell and back all the time. It's hysterical because they're morons.
Matt, I just realized something.
What's that?
There's something important we have to talk about.
Uh-oh.
First of all, is Kyler gay? And does Andy Worski want to have sex with Kyler?
I'm sure he would answer no. I'm sure if this was a game of Family Feud, survey would say yes.
I'm pretty sure pretty sure Andy Worski wants to have sex with Kyler, dude. I think. Okay.
Oh, is this your schizo opinion? Is your schizo theory? Okay.
Look at the people that Andy has been associated with in the past and done live streams with in the past. Usually young men with a twink-like body type, and with every single one of them, he's done streams where he's gotten strangely sexual with them. Like really strangely sexual with them. We had Alex, remember that? I was convinced he was gay for the longest time.
I thought he was too. I heard he got married.
To Andy's ex, which is also really bizarre. But they had this drunk stream together, and I was like, God damn, Andy Worski's coming on to Alex really hard, dude. And you look at Kyler, he looks like a guy that wouldn't have a good time in prison, in America jail, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, that's true. He would not. He would have a bad time.
What? Dude, is Andy like?
Well, I mean, but look at Geek Thulu, and he's he's like a bit of a bear. He's a big bald guy with a beard. He's got the dad bod thing going on. Andy clearly never had a solid male role model in his life, so he probably looks at that and is like, "Yeah, dominate me, daddy." He
did that with Failure. He did that with Failure.
There's that one
Have
picture.
you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that picture. I've hung out with Failure.
Not a picture. There's a clip.
It's an actual clip. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's like crawling because they did like sleep streams where they're sleeping, and he crawled around Failure, and he got like really weirdly submissive with Failure. I mean this in a very serious way. Like unironically, he got super submissive with Failure, and he let Failure like drag him to him in like underneath the sheets and hold around him. It was just. My God, there are at least like 4 people he's done this with now. Is Andy gay? And is he trying to get like young twink boys to kiss on the lips? Is that maybe his ambition?
Oh my God! Here's the thing: we've never seen his girlfriend that he talks about now. He's like, I got this girlfriend. I'm not watching pornography anymore. Blah blah blah. I mean, it could potentially be a dude. It could be a guy. Or it could be it could be a trans woman, and that's their identity. But yeah, that's a good theory. That's a good theory because you gotta, who people associate with says a lot about who they are. And when you think about who Andy picks to go into business with, so you got to go back to Chris Warski. Chris Warski is actually a good dude, and he tried. He did most of the work, right? He did most of the work for Warski Live and for their stuff. And Andy was just trying to be like the comedy guy, but Andy's ego got to be so big. And then when Chris left, when the drama started, because you got to remember, Andy literally threw everyone he knew from the skeptic sphere under the bus. And Chris was friends with most of those people. And he threw them all under the bus. And then he brought in JF. And once he brought in JF, Chris pretty much just exited out.
Chris, is that the Asian guy?
Yeah, that was the Asian guy that he was with a couple years ago.
Oh my God! Yeah, okay.
And Chris
threw him. Okay,
yeah,
I gotcha.
Yeah, he really kind of threw him under the bus. Real quick here, Andrew Bins, $5 super chat. Thank you, Matt. You should review Dark Fist on the $3 Theater channel. I would probably review it here. I don't want to taint that channel with all the cancer that comes from Dark Fist. So, is it a full-length movie or is it just a short film?
Yes, it's full length. It's really funny too. It's really good, dude.
I'll tell you, you know what we should do, and this would be really fucking funny, would be to I'll review Dark Fist and Andy's got to review my horrible feature film In Search Of. And that would be
You have a
funny.
movie?
I have a movie. Yeah, it's bad, dude. It's bad. It's a point of view found footage. We shot it in 2 days.
Oh, dude, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow, that's creative, Matt. That's really creative.
It's terrible. Let's see here. Andy wants to be treated like Melanie is by men. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's so mean. That's so mean. But yeah, no, I shot it. I like point of view found footage, like found footage documentaries. And so we shot this movie in a couple of days. It's literally me and my friend, and that's really about it in the movie.
What was the plot? Was there a witch in the woods?
No, there's no witch in the woods. There's no witch in the woods. But it's the thing is basically about Mark, the main character, answers a riddle in a personal ad on Craigslist. And when he answers the riddle, he gets back a GPS coordinate with a note that says, "Come find me." So he tells his best friend, my character, and we go and I grab my video camera because I'm like, this is an interesting thing. And we head off and we go in search of this girl. And the further down the rabbit hole we get, we come to realize that she may or may not be alive.
Okay.
And
okay. So it's a murder mystery.
Yeah,
murder mystery.
it's a
Point of
murder
view found
mystery.
footage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has seen it. They might have. You know what? I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that when all this shit with me went down 2 years ago, people, when they were watching everything I did, nobody really went and tackled my movie. No one ever tore it to shit. I'm like, it wouldn't be difficult. It's functionally not good, but I thought they would go after it. Maybe it was just low hanging fruit. No, that's not true. Everything else he did was low hanging fruit. Hondo here says that the PO and Matt show needs to be a permanent thing.
Well, I'm kind of I like to join whenever I feel like it. I just go hello.
Yeah,
what's
I'm
up?
the same way. I go live whenever I want to feel like it. Yeah, but it's 2:30 in the morning here. I have to get to going in a few minutes because I have to get to bed.
Yeah.
Because I got to be up with my kids. I have to work tomorrow too, so that's gonna suck. I've been doing the census thing, right?
Yes. You have many funny stories. I like the one with the man with the pee.
Yeah. Oh my God. Fucking so many weird shit. People are just, the old guy that pissed himself. Yeah, that was, I drove past
That
his
was
house.
really
Actually,
cool.
I drove past his house the other day. I felt I'm like, is he still alive? I wonder. But no, now they've got me. I'm the only person working this area. Like we're talking like a 40-mile radius. I'm the only asshole working. So then my boss is like, you're going to get all the hard cases. I'm like, yes, those are fun. Because those are the people that have like turned down the census and don't want to do it. So now I get to go back and bug them. And I'm very, very, very persistent.
Yeah, you are.
They're going to be, oh no, because one guy's like, well, I'm not going to do it. I said, well, I got your case now. So I'll be back tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that.
God.
And
I hope it pays well.
Oh, it pays very well. It pays very, very well. They offered to send me to Las Vegas for a week yesterday. But I turned it down because it would be very difficult to leave like with the kids, you know? So I was like, I won't go to Vegas for a week, but yeah, they like me because I'm an asshole and I get the job done.
Yeah. You get results. Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby. I get results, all that stuff. Okay. Let's see. Oh, they sent me. Like funny. I'm talking about the census and then I just get a message from the census, talking about other shit. Oh, I got cases for tomorrow. They gave me 2 cases. What are you talking about? 2 cases. They literally
you're like a detective.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. They gave me 2 cases for tomorrow, and let's see, where is this one at? This is a ways away too. This is out there. Shit, it's like 40, 50 miles away for like 2 houses. All right, cool. Yeah, it's like I did these really weird houses and see if they exist, and I did. I tracked down this RV the other night that was hidden behind bush internet mysteriously, and it's going to be like, how did he die? And it's going to be like, all right, guys, I'm out here. I'm tracking down all these houses. Oh, what's that over there? Oh, wow. Holy shit.
It just cuts to you running.
It just
like you just see the ground and you're running away from something and breathing heavily.
Yeah. Well, that's just me walking up a flight of stairs. So it's just going to be, you know,
like intense action. I'm so spooked, guys.
I'm so startled right now. I'm so startled.
The elevator didn't work. Oh, God.
It was 2 flights of stairs, guys. I feel like my heart's going to explode. Sorry, I'm channeling Ethan Ralph. And then it's just going to be me. The last shot's going to be me dying from like choking on a burrito or something. That's going to be like the anticlimactic ending to that film. Just me dead from dying. What do we got here? Rothgar, another $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Matt, don't forget about Andy and Ralph from Tonkasaw UFC Dumpster Fire when they shared that house while they were there. Oh yeah. Thank you, man. You hear about like, so apparently, I think Aid had said that when they were in Knoxville, they shared a house. And at one point, like, I think Andy was like fucking a hooker and Ralph like had a robe on and he came out like with the robe open, like it's my turn or something is what she had said, I believe.
What?
Yeah. Like
that sounds like a Coach Red Pill take. That sounds like some story Coach Red Pill has told, to be honest, dude.
Yeah, it does sound like a bit of a boomer tale, but you know, I don't know. Like they shared a house together. They also lived together briefly in Richmond. They had that apartment together. For that.
Oh, they actually lived together?
Yeah.
I thought they just I thought one of them just didn't show up.
No, they ended up moving into an apartment. Andy, what it was is Andy was coming off of the meltdown, right? When he lit his tit on fire. And he wanted to try doing IRL streaming. So he was walking around Richmond, Virginia without a car, without anything. And he was walking around for a while and he would like go to McDonald's and he would eat at McDonald's. And then Xander, Bitwave TV, would call the McDonald's and say, yeah, there's a person live streaming that's saying very racist things. He's over there. He's wearing a white sweater and like he's got sunglasses and he's talking into his phone. And the manager came over and she's like, I'm hearing that you're saying some stuff, or it was something along those lines. And Andy got really mad and then he ended up leaving the McDonald's. And then he was like, oh, like, you know, trying to play it off like, all right, come on, guys. But you could tell he was just getting super frustrated the entire time. So
is that where the clip for like, okay, dispatch, you're getting reported, bro?
Yeah.
Is that where that is from?
That was
okay.
Yeah. So because dispatch kept fucking with him the whole time. He just kept calling these places. And then they figured out, they triangulated where Andy and Ralph lived because Andy was walking and showed the apartment building. So they were able to figure out like using Google Maps, like where they lived. Maybe not what unit, but where it was at.
Dude.
and then they were able to get like the floor plans and like the general rent of what it was going to cost to live there. You know, and they kept just like A-logging Andy like constantly because that's the thing, he doesn't understand. Like he just doesn't get it. Andy was at his best when he was just like talking with friends about like nonsense. But now he's like so, when he said he hasn't done coke in 2 years, we all know that's a lie.
It's obviously a lie. Like he's on coke now. Like he's just so unhinged, dude. Like he's completely unhinged. You can see like he's so fidgety when he talks to people. There's like a clip of him now recently. I don't know, that there's a gif of him like bouncing around in his chair like this. Like, okay, yeah, if you sit like that normally when you're not on coke, then you have a fucking problem, dude. Like a neurological problem.
I've seen those, and people have actually taken it. They've actually turned it into a green screen, right? They've turned it into or a PNG GIF or whatever. And or transparent background. Anyway, I'm getting tired, but they did that, and that was really, really funny to me because it's like, yeah, you watch him, he just keeps moving around like it's, you know, not just like he's like high on something or he just can't sit still, like a kid with ADHD and shit. And it's funny because then you watch Kyler, and Kyler just doesn't move. He just sits there and he like vapes and doesn't move, and then just like sits in the dark and looks like he's, you know, like a vampire or something. Like that's the LARP he's going for now.
Twilight vampire. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't go outside, you guys. I'm gonna sparkle too much.
He's gonna sparkle. Definitely.
I just, you know, and then what is it? I saw that he changed his Twitter to Wheelman fan. Like they're trying to A-log me now. Like, what is this world?
The thing is, they can't A-log anyone anymore. I mean, they used to be able to do it. But that was when they still had some soul left in them. Now they're like just a soulless mechanism. They can't A-log anyone. They have no creative energy left. So it's really funny to see them try, but dude, just you can just ignore it and it'll go away easily, dude.
Well, I like to ignore it. I like to, but then I like to take it to them if I can. So I like to try to way to take it to them.
So there's no updates on they're not gonna have the balls to debate you.
No,
they
won't talk. No, they banned me out of their
Discord. They
won't
call into the show.
No, they won't. They won't do it. And I've noticed now that the only way for them to actually get a lot of money is that they have to find further ways to debase their own bodies.
Yep.
And like I'm like, yeah, you're done. Like, you know, oh, you made your $400 tonight. Cool. D-Live took their 25%. You said then you had to split it with Kyler, so you're not making that much money. And and good luck. Good luck on that shit. Real quick, we'll end it on this last thing here, but I saw Morning Afternoon Headshot posted this here. CRP posted in the chat about being disappointed in Jim, then deleted the comment. Did you hear about this?
I heard about it, and I want a guy called I Hate Pedos who made that video. That's his username.
Yeah.
I want him to go into his Gmail in the comments email he received from YouTube and find that comment, because all comments, even the ones that immediately get deleted by YouTube, get sent to that email. Like if you get any comments like that, you get a notification for a comment and you click on it and it's just gone and you don't find it in your spam filter or your held for review filter, it's always going to be in that email. For some reason, they have this there. So that comment is still there somewhere in that guy's email account, and I want him to find it, man. But why would Coach Red Pill be disappointed in Jim if Jim actually called out Ethan Ralph? Because that makes no sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense to me either. The way I think what's going to happen with that, or what I think is the idea, and maybe I'll hit up CRP and be like, hey, why don't you come on and tell us if that thing's real or not? But I would argue that he would have said that because he thought that it was low-hanging fruit. And all things considered, yeah, but it's the easiest low-hanging fruit, and Jim's not above that. Not CRP is not above that, but maybe it's like the honor amongst thieves sort of thing. Like, you know, like, I don't know, but they go after CRP all the time. Why would he care?
Dude, it's so weird why Jim hasn't made anything on this. I mean, it's not even that. It's people say it's gay to try to hoodwink Jim into making a video on Ethan Ralph, but I mean, Ethan Ralph is the kind of person that Jim would make a video on in the past. He's literally exactly fits the mold, which is why that guy, when he edited that video, he just found like clips of every single video Jim had already made, like long clips of audio from him that fit perfectly to describe Ethan Ralph, because this is exactly the kind of person that Jim would make fun of. Like anyway, he's like a true lolcow. So the guy said, well, it wasn't too hard. Like any video, I just took clips from them and I just put it into the masterpiece that he made or whatever. So he didn't have too hard a time to find anything there. It's so interesting.
Well, because he had to just listen to live streams, and well, no, because what he said is he downloaded as much. He got the transcripts from like live streams and from videos, and then he would work on his script, and then he would. I think what he would do is I think he watched like the Ballad of Mundane Matt, and he watched a few other ones, and he found those kind of cut and paste sections where you could take what Jim is saying and you could easily like Mad Libs, just add in another line and then it just changes who the target is. And then he just went and he found those audio segments and then he spliced them in. So it sounds natural, and because it's like 80% real, it's just got a little bit extra to it. And it's brutal in any capacity, and it just comes across. I mean, because Ralph has kind of talked about it today. Did you see that? He mentioned it a little bit
on Twitter. Yeah, he said, "Oh, it's not Jim, so I don't care." But I mean, he cares about everything people put out there. Anything people put out there, he cares about, and he flagged T-Clips' re-upload of the video too.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too. Yeah, that's pretty funny that he had to go. Oh, it's harassment and bullying.
That's how he flagged me too on my channel. He linked the Imgur link, like he screen capped his flagging of me and he linked it in the YouTube chat, and it was for harassment / bullying. Yeah, so that is like his go-to.
Rothgar says, Matt, I think you meant low-hanging gunt. Well played, sir.
It is quite low-hanging.
It's very true. Very true. Oh, but all right, guys. On that note, I do need to go to bed. It is late here, and I'm gonna get so yelled at for being up as late as I am. But it's all good. P.O., I appreciate you coming on in, man. Hey, man, don't have a family, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny. I'm gonna get yelled at for being up late tonight and a-logging Ethan Ralph. Like, hold on, honey. I'm a-logging Ethan Ralph. Can you wait like 10 minutes? I'm gonna finish up, okay?
I just need to call him a cunt like 20 more times, and I'll come to bed. No, it's because I got work tomorrow, so I gotta. Oh, it's gonna be a long day. But this was always fun. P.O., as always, you are welcome anytime you want to come on. I appreciate our conversations. They are always entertaining as all hell, and maybe we can get a rematch with Dingo if he shows up. I think he's here. I do think he's here.
People really enjoyed that. We played off each other really well, apparently.
Yeah, people wanted us to all have like a Triforce podcast, like Matt, P.O., and Dingo. And I'm all like, no, that would get old real quick.
Yeah.
It's like Dingo's like, let's save the white race. Okay. Once again, this is your
I would just say, but you are not white, Dingo. How can you say this? And he would say, I am whiter than you, Ahmed. Like, I just know how it would go.
Let's see here. Yeah, it's true. Hondo says, Matt made more super berries than Dingo. Dingo's going to have to say the N-word super hard now to catch up. Well, I do believe that I really want to say thank you to everyone who donated tonight. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You didn't have to, but it's all good. I really like it. Thank you. And we'll do it again soon, P.O. We'll schedule a time for you and I to come on and just BS about like whatever, but we'll make it a full thing. We can do reviews and stuff. We can review the movies. We can just review whatever. I don't know what you're into. I don't know what do you
you don't want to know.
No, I don't know. Everyone keeps saying that you're a furry.
Hell yeah, brother.
Your bad dragon coffee mug kind of gave a lot away. Although when you were talking about they gave you those pucks of the different
This is the soft one. I don't know if you can hear it.
I can kind of hear it.
Yes. Then we have the medium one.
Oh my fucking god.
Hell yeah, look at that. Ain't that a handsome dragon?
Isn't it? So that's just to show you like the intensity of the of the toy, right? That's all it is.
Yeah, how firm it is. And this is the firm one. This is the one I would get if I was to get a horse cock dildo. Personally, you want some firmness to it.
I don't. Yeah, that's the thing I don't get. Like when you see that there are dildos that are limp.
You
know,
don't want that.
I don't like. I mean, me personally, that's not like my kink. But I just kind of wonder, like, isn't the whole point of like a dildo to be? I don't know, like a hard thing to go in? Like, what does some women like limp just feels weird. I don't know. I mean, different things for different people. I guess.
Really weird. I agree. The feeling of a limp one is just not good. Get the firm one.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Mundane Matt.
I don't have experience on that front, but I'm gonna agree with you. I don't know if you do either.
No, I don't actually. But I let everyone fantasize.
All right, so there we go on that. That's a good way to end it. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm laughing too hard now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, PO, for coming on in, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Have yourself a great night, guys.